Well, my peopleizations is going down, is going down. What's goody, what's goody? Y'all already know what it is. We in the building. We got some interesting news, some breaking news. It looks like, as I told you guys yesterday, that Terence Bud Crawford will be facing off against Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. What did I tell you guys yesterday? I told you from the tone of Bob Arum, promoter of Terence Crawford, that it seemed like Manny Pacquiao fight was absolutely next, right? So what's the deal now? June 5th is the target date. Then it looks like Errol Spence and your Ugas are headed for July 3rd. I'm here to tell you people, my peopleizations. I'm here to tell my peopleizations. This is setting up for a massive, massive, massive super fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Don't be surprised to see Terence Crawford change his tune. Don't be surprised to hear Terence Crawford change his tune after the Pacquiao fight for a fight with Errol Spence for Undisputed. I told you guys that the Manny Pacquiao fight was going to be the choice. After I listened to, that's why I asked my brother Fred, Barbershop Conversations. Salute to my brother Fred, Barbershop Conversations, my brother DB. They do great work over there. If you haven't subscribed to Fred, Barbershop Conversations, I have no clue what are you doing. Salute to my brother DB, salute to Patty Dean, and salute to my brother Fred, ultimately. Okay? With that said, they do great work over there. It's my brother. You already know. Me and Fred are two peas in the pod, especially when we hit the road going to these fights. So with that said, I told you guys from the tone. I talked to Bob Arum privately, and I asked Bob Arum about Pacquiao, and what did he tell me? Shizzy Green says, so you're saying Bud going to beat Pacquiao? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I told you guys that from when I talked to Bob Arum in private and I asked him about Pacquiao, he had no words for it. That's why when he was on Fred's show the other night, I said, Fred, ask him about Pacquiao. Ask him about Pacquiao to see if he gets a different response because Fred's delivery is different than mine. Obviously, mine was on behind the scenes and his was on air. I wanted to see if he get a different response, and he got the same exact response, and that led me to believe that Manny Pacquiao was the choice. Okay? So with that said, I told you guys all yesterday. What did I tell you guys? That led me to believe that was the choice. Vince Williams, my brother in the Super Chat, he says, so Bud got the 50-50 split, right? LOL. Glad that after 5 years, Bud finally got the fight he wanted. Yeah, after the better part of 6 years, he finally got the fight he was looking for. Now, he's going to get an 80-20 split, according to Bob Arum. You know, Manny Pacquiao will get 40 million, Terence Crawford will get 10. This is huge, okay? I know, like I said, like I said, Manny Pacquiao is 42. He's not a world champion. But I believe the reason why I give Terence Crawford credit for this, let me explain myself, because I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, listen, let me explain myself. I didn't like how he handled the situation with Errol Spence compared to the situation with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has been giving him a runaround, changing, the narrative, changing his demands to make this fight happen for the better part of 6 years, and Terence Crawford didn't have an issue with it. I had an issue with the fact that if you're gonna do that, then you have to do the same thing with Errol Spence, and he wasn't doing that. His energy was different with Errol Spence, right? It's like he felt like he could just negotiate a certain kind of way with Errol Spence, and not with Manny Pacquiao. My only issue, I said this, if you guys pay attention and go back and rewatch my videos, I said that I wanted, if Errol Spence could fight Manny Pacquiao for the belt, or Terence Crawford could fight Manny Pacquiao for the belt, I was all for it, because then when they come together, I believe that Errol Spence beats Manny Pacquiao, and I believe Terence Crawford beats Manny Pacquiao. When they come together, the super fight got even bigger because it's for Undisputed. Well, it didn't play out that way, but it's playing out in the manner that Errol Spence is looking like he's going to fight your Ugas in July. My theory, and some people I talked to, looks like the date they want to get is that July 3rd date. July 3rd falls on a Saturday this year. July 4th of July is on a Sunday. It makes sense, right? Now, June 5th for Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao. I believe that Terence Crawford is going to win this fight. This is a fight he's been looking to secure for quite some time, okay? For quite a bit of time. Do me a favor, my people. We got 620 people here. Can we get 620 likes? Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Now we got 650 people. Do me a favor. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Please. Smash the like button. Let's work. Quincy Quintet, my brother in Super Chat. Strap season. You think Bud will stay with Top Rank? Yes, he is. Chris Rob Media TV. Salute, great brother. He's going to stay with Top Rank. I know that's not news that you guys want to hear, but he's going to stay with Top Rank. They deliver the Manny Pacquiao fight. He's not going to feel a need to leave Top Rank. He's going to re-sign with Top Rank, people. You heard it here first. Nino Brown Boxing, my brother in Super Chat. Don't be surprised if the WBA take the belt back from Ugas. They get wild with the Cuba's ex Rigo. Don't be surprised if the WBA take the belt back from Ugas. They get wild with the Cubans ex Rigo. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, for sure. Salute to my brother Nino Boxing in the Super Chat. Nino Brown Boxing. So this is great news, right, for Terence Crawford, okay? And it's going to make I'm going to tell you guys, it's going to make the negotiations even tougher for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford to get done. Errol Spence is going to beat Yordenis Ugas. He's going to be a 3-belt holder. He's undefeated. He's going to do a successful pay-per-view and a successful gate with Yordenis Ugas, because more than likely that fight is going to take place in Texas. Okay, so he's going to be successful. Now, this fight with Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford is going to be a success pay-per-view wise for Terence Crawford, and is going to be the fight he was looking for. So you're going to have a satisfied Terence Crawford, that did a successful pay-per-view, is not going to be eager to negotiate with Errol Spence other than 50-50. Okay, now I'm hoping it's just posturing on the part of Terence Crawford, so we could get the fight that we're all looking for, okay, which is Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. Hopefully, this is a step in the right direction. But as I tell you guys, he's going to get the biggest payday of his career against Manny Pacquiao. He's going to do successful numbers against Manny Pacquiao, and he's going to beat Manny Pacquiao. Okay. So therefore, if he feels that it's a 50-50 split right now with Errol Spence, you can best believe he beats Manny Pacquiao, does a successful pay-per-view. You can imagine what the split is going to be. Imagine what the split is going to be. You understand? The split, he may want 60-40 in his favor, and the fan base is going to back him. They're going to back him. Okay, so this is the negotiations. They're in deep negotiations. Bob Arum, he told you guys that the announcement is going to be this week. It got leaked out now that the information is there, and just June 5th in believe it's Dubai is the target date for this showdown. Stylistically, I told you guys, and hey, you guys can believe what you want. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, right? But when I break down the fights, I look at stylistically, Terence Crawford's style against Manny Pacquiao's style. Even in Manny Pacquiao's prime, I think Terence Crawford would give him trouble. Manny Pacquiao struggles with pure boxers that have range and jabs and power. He struggles with those types of fighters. Go look at the Eric Morales fight, okay? And Eric Morales is not near as strong or versatile or athletic as Terence Crawford. So that, I think that Terence Crawford, if he so chooses, he could nullify Manny Pacquiao's left hand, especially at this stage of Manny Pacquiao's career. If you look at Manny Pacquiao's career, smash the like button. I don't know how many likes we got, but we got 920 people in here, and we should have at least 900 likes. I know we don't have that many detractors, so let's get the likes all the way up. So with that said, again, Terence Crawford, stylistically, his versatility to switch from orthodox to southpaw. Manny Pacquiao has never fought a fighter in the form of Terence Crawford, not even Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is a master class boxer. He's very precise. He's very accurate. He has the highest ring Q I've ever seen any boxer have in the history of sport of boxing. Floyd Mayweather is the smartest boxer I've ever seen. He makes all the adjustments in the ring. Once he tallies up enough data on you, 1-2 rounds, it is over. So with that said, Floyd Mayweather, it was a thinking man game, okay? And I believe that, it's a different story when you're talking about Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. Completely different, okay? Terence Crawford, is a closer, so to speak, okay? If you want to put it in that terms. He's a closer, okay? Terence Crawford has power in both hands. He could switch from orthodox to southpaw. He can box on the outside if he so chooses. Now, I know everybody's going to say, well, look at the level of opponent that he faced compared to the level of opponents Manny Pacquiao's faced. You're 1,000% correct. I'm just talking about skill set in the ring. I'm just breaking down the actual skill set in the ring, okay? The skill set in the ring tells me that Terence Crawford is going to bring something to the table Manny Pacquiao has never been privy to. Thus, the reason why you had, Freddie Roach, his longtime trainer, Hall of Fame trainer, Freddie Roach said he does not fancy a fight for Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford. But if they're going to give Manny Pacquiao $40 million to fight Terence Crawford, he's going to take it because it's a cash out. Again, people, Manny Pacquiao is looking to run for presidential in his country. Okay, he needs to fund his campaign. He's going to get $40 million. He's not going to get $40 million to fight Errol Spence. Okay, that's not going to happen. He's not going to get $40 million to fight Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia. He would have gotten huge money to fight Conor McGregor. That's why he was seeking out the Conor McGregor fight, because he's going to attract two different fan bases. There's going to be big money involved. Would they have drawn the money that Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor have drawn in? Absolutely not. The reason being is because Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, they did it already. You saw the movie before. You're not going to get once you saw the movie before, it's not going to do the same ratings. Okay, so he wanted to, but he would have gotten big money to fight Conor McGregor, and he knew it. So that was his goal in fighting Conor McGregor. Then he was looking to fight Ryan Garcia. It's littered with Manny Pacquiao looking to cash out, right? And he looks at the fight, right, with Terence Crawford. He didn't want to fight Terence Crawford. Let's just be honest. If he wanted to fight Terence Crawford, he could have fought Terence Crawford years ago. The money is right. The time is right for Manny Pacquiao. His legacy is already cemented. This is going to be Manny Pacquiao's last fight, people. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be Manny Pacquiao's last fight. You're not going to see him in the ring again after Terence Crawford fight. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in Super Chat, please tell me it's really going down on June 5th. Yeah, it will be going down June 5th. Unless something catastrophic happens and Manny Pacquiao just decides this is not for me and pulls out. Well, if Bob Arum, can't come to an agreement, or something happens, that unforeseen, this is going to happen. Marcus Lestrap, my brother in the Super Chat, with the Super Chat, he said, Bud is no Floyd. Bud gets hit too much. What's going to happen when he gets hit? Bud has been stunned by smaller fighters. Right. Never said he was Floyd Mayweather. I said that he brings something to the table at this stage of his career that Manny Pacquiao has never seen. Floyd Mayweather was not switching from orthodox to southpaw. Floyd Mayweather was not trying to mix it up on the inside. Floyd Mayweather wasn't trying to close the show. Floyd Mayweather, hands are brittle. You haven't seen Floyd Mayweather look to close the show in years upon years upon years. When is the last time you saw Floyd Mayweather go in and just be a dog? And no, years upon years. That is what Terence Crawford is bringing to the table at 33 years of age. Floyd Mayweather was 37 years of age. And Floyd Mayweather, had been a boxer at that point in time for 17, 18 years. Floyd Mayweather was just not in he was going to come to get the victory. He was not coming to stop Manny Pacquiao, to knock out Manny. If it came, he was going to take it. He wasn't going to come in there to force it to happen. Big difference. Big difference. Okay. I'm not saying that Terence Crawford. I'm saying there's similarities. Similarities. Okay. It's similarities. There's similarities, to Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. If you don't believe me, just ask Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach is a Hall of Fame trainer. Freddie Roach is a legend within the sport of boxing. Freddie Roach knows the sport of boxing. Freddie Roach stated that he don't like the fight because uh, 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 he don't like the fight because Terence Crawford brings a lot to the table that Floyd Mayweather brings, but he's a closer. He don't like it. Captain Full G, saluting the super chat. Facts with your narrative. What are you talking about? Goodbye. Godson 1, my brother in the super chat. He said, if Manny pulls off a miracle and beats Bud, I think he'll fight again for Undisputed. Too much money will be left on the table if he doesn't. Oh, if Manny beats Terence Crawford, yeah, then he'll fight again. If he doesn't beat Manny Pacquiao, if he don't beat Terence Crawford, he's not going to fight again. And if he don't beat Terence Crawford, more than likely it's not going to be because of a draw. It's going to be because he was knocked out. I believe Terence Crawford is going to knock him out. We got 1,200 people in here. We should have 1,200 likes. Okay. So yeah, if he beats Terence Crawford, he'll fight again. There's too much money will be on the table for him not to fight again. But he's going to lose. He's going to probably more than likely lose big. And if he does so, then you're not going to see him in the. Terence Crawford is going to retire Manny Pacquiao. Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the super chat once again. He said May was aggressive. Money May was aggressive against Victor Ortiz in Hatton. He wasn't aggressive against Victor Ortiz in Hatton. Their style forced him to be fighting that manner like he did with Miguel Cotto. He wasn't that aggressive. He fought and knocked out Ricky Hatton going away on his back foot, not coming forward. When he knocked out Victor Ortiz, obviously we know what took place with that, unforeseen situation when Victor Ortiz used his head and all of those things. It is what it is. My brother Jab Jamboree, salute. People actually pay just to think that they sound funny. I don't get that. It makes no sense. My brother Act Reacher, go subscribe to my brother Act Reacher. Act, drop the link so they can subscribe to your channel. My brother Reggie Owens is in the building. Reggie, drop the link so they can subscribe to your channel. Go subscribe to my brother Reggie Owens. I see my people in the building. I just wanted to start talking about this before I started saluting everybody. As we know, we will do as the show goes on. I will get to everybody, all my peopleizations. So he says, tell the facts in your narrative. What are you talking about? You understand? Louis the X1, salute, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you. So with that said, he's going to, I believe that Terence Crawford is going to stop Manny Pacquiao. Freddie Roach, he stated when the fight was first being talked about and mentioned, he didn't like the matchup. He didn't like how Manny Pacquiao matched up with Terence Crawford, and he didn't want this fight to come to fruition. And so now at this stage in his career, that being Manny Pacquiao, like I said, Manny Pacquiao is looking to cash out. Manny Pacquiao sees the opportunity. He's going to get $40 million. And my thing, again, let me say this. Again, my issue with Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao scenario was that if you're gonna deal with business with Manny Pacquiao in this manner, then you should do the same when it comes to Errol Spence, because you guys are both in your prime. There's a lot in common there. You both are undefeated. You're both trying to build your legacy. Deal with him the same way you would deal with Manny Pacquiao. That's my issue, right? If you don't mind, following Manny Pacquiao around and trying to secure that fight, for the better part of 6 years, then you should do the same thing for Errol Spence. Why? Why is it so much different? Godson 1, my brother in the super chat. again, he said, "Do you think Spence will struggle with Ugas or steamroll him?" He's going to. It's going to look a lot like the Danny Garcia fight. He's going to outbox Yordenis Ugas. He may even stop Yordenis Ugas. Yordenis Ugas is flat-footed. He's not very versatile, and he doesn't have a lot of power. He's big. He looks strong. He looks the part. He has skill set, but he's not. He doesn't have a lot of power. And Yordenis Ugas is. I'll be if he wins more than 3 rounds against Errol Spence, I'll be super, super surprised. Super surprised. I don't see that. I don't see. Yordenis Ugas. Look at Yordenis Ugas' last fight. He was nearly stopped in that fight. Captain Fuji, my brother, back in the super chat. You forgot a fact. Bob blocked the fight. Bob not worried about Pac health. This fight is proof. Yeah, but this is the thing, Caps. The thing about it is this, right? Is that now at this stage, Bob understands that Terence Crawford going to be a free agent. Do you really want to lose another talent like that? I'm sure maybe Bob Arum doesn't mind, but I'm sure Top Rank is like, listen, we can't keep losing talent. At some point in time, you're going to be like the Patriots and not be able to replace it. You understand? So you can't keep losing this talent. They replaced it a lot of times over, but you can't continue to lose this talent. It's important to keep the talent, right? And so, I believe that they like, all right, if this was 5 years ago, Bob Arum at $50 million on the table, and Manny said he wanted 40, Bob would say not happening. But at this point, Terence Crawford is going to be a free agent in October, and he could run the risk of losing him in his prime. That don't make sense. Give him what he wants. Idris Mateen, my brother in the super chat. Bud is intimidated by Errol Spence. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I think that Terence Crawford thinks he's, he got a leg up on Errol Spence in the negotiations. I believe that he don't view Errol Spence in high regards. That's pretty much proof when you hear him talk about Errol Spence, right? And I know people that come in and they say, well, Errol Spence, he slighted Terence Crawford first. No, he didn't. They slighted Errol Spence first, okay? And then he responded. You heard the response, and that's all you heard. You forgot about the initiations, okay? And, he just don't hold Errol Spence in high regards. And that's, it's completely unfair to Errol Spence. It's completely unfair to the fans in the sport of boxing. Waldeck 357, my brother in the super chat. I got Bud in the fight, but if Manny wins, it puts him in a position for the biggest payday with Spence. Well, I don't know how many he already had $100 million paydays with Floyd Mayweather. So I don't see him making, $100 million with Errol Spence for undisputed. You understand what I'm saying? Now he can make $40 million to fight Terence Crawford. I mean, the well is running dry on Manny Pacquiao. But if he does beat Terence Crawford, that's saying a lot for his legacy moving forward, man. If Manny Pacquiao beats Terence Crawford, like the General 7-8 Sports TV said, I think we may have underrated Manny Pacquiao. If at this stage in his career he beats Keith Thurman and then he beats Terence Crawford, I mean, we might have underestimated Manny Pacquiao's career, right? And we've undervalued Floyd Mayweather's career. You understand? If Manny Pacquiao beats Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao at 42 years old, right? Manny Pacquiao is not very versatile. He's very athletic, right? He's very quick, right? But he's not very versatile. What you see is what you get from Manny Pacquiao, right? It's what you get. What you see from Manny Pacquiao is what you get. He's left-hand dominant. At times, he could land a right hook. He doesn't have a nice, clean jab. He's very, very predictable. It's just come in with the left hand, as we saw Juan Marquez time him, come in jab, 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 come in with the straight left, right? And if he's able to do that 42 years old against Keith Thurman and then against Terence Crawford, well, I think we may have underestimated Manny Pacquiao as an all-time great, and we've underestimated Floyd Mayweather as an all-time great because we're talking about Hall of Famers. Keith Thurman is a borderline Hall of Famer, and Terence Crawford is a Hall of Famer for their legacy, for their generation. Bunny B.A., my brother in the super chat, he said, why fight in Dubai? I was trying to go live and Pac-Man by KO. He'll be into a brawl showing his dog ain't nobody ever brawled with Pac and won. Yeah, that's a true fact. But again, Bunny BA, And nobody has done this with Manny Pacquiao, right? But nobody has been this versatile as Terence Crawford with Manny Pacquiao to mix it up with him on the inside. Terence Crawford is going to give him angles that he's not used to. When is the last time Manny Pacquiao fought a southpaw that was dominant, that was rangy, that had boxing ability, that was athletic, that was quick? When is the last time he's fought a guy of that magnitude? A southpaw. I don't even remember when is the last time he fought a southpaw. When is the last time he fought a southpaw? Tim Bradley is not as versatile as Terence Crawford. No way, no how. Cardell Hobbs, my brother in Super Chat. President Manny is cashing out, baby. At the same time, he might just get knocked out. I think it's a strong possibility. Yeah, he's definitely cashing out, and I think it's a strong possibility he gets knocked out. When is the last time he fought a southpaw? Keith Thurman is not a southpaw. Sweet Jones, my brother, saluting the Super Chat. Bud is going to not pack out. I'm putting my money on that. I believe so too. I'm with you. Rose Hernandez, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? I'm with you. I'm with you. Rose Hernandez said Manny Pacquiao is predictable. Then she says, laughing out loud, Crawford doesn't have ankles. Well, you simply don't know boxing, Rose Hernandez. And I thought you knew boxing. That's unfortunate for you to say such a thing. To say Manny Pacquiao is not predictable and to say Terence Crawford doesn't use angles. Well, I don't know what you're watching, but it's definitely not boxing. Louis the X1, my brother in Super Chat. Bud beating Manny will ruin the negotiations anymore with Spence. If Bud had the terrible numbers he had and still thought he was the A side. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If he was in that predicament, he didn't have the Pacquiao fight. He didn't do big pay-per-view numbers, and he didn't get his highest payday, and he felt like it was 50-50. Well, he beats Manny Pacquiao in dramatic fashion. It does successful numbers, and he gets his highest payday. Well, we may just kiss the Errol Spence fight goodbye completely. Completely. It's unfortunate. I thought Rose Hernandez, I thought she watched boxing. To say such a thing made me just say you don't watch boxing. Cedric William, my brother in the Super Chat. My brother, do you sell merch? I'm trying to grab a few hats and rock them here in VA. Yeah, I'll have them for you. Inbox me on Instagram. I'll have everything up and running. I got backed up, man, with everything going on, man. And I actually don't have my guy that makes my merch anymore. So, we're going to work Cedric Williams to have it back so y'all can, I'm going to have a store so y'all can go buy the merch and we can make it happen. So Cedric Williams, just be a little bit patient with me, great brother. Inbox me on Instagram. If you need it ASAP, I could have some made ASAP, custom made to order, but to universally have them in the stores, it's going to take me a little bit of time. But if you want it ASAP, like just custom, just inbox me on Instagram. Idris Mateen, my brother in the Super Chat. Once again, sorry off the subject. When I was a kid in the 80s, the best fought the best. That flex of being the best was bigger than a cash out. Oh, for sure. For sure. Now, I understand Terence Crawford wants to get this iconic legend on his resume, right? But again, right, if you beat Errol Spence and you Terence Crawford, you beat Errol Spence, that means more than beating Manny Pacquiao. It means more than beating Manny Pacquiao. And his team, somebody's misinforming him. If they're not informing him, listen, you need this fight for your legacy, regardless of what he says. He said something on social media, right? That made me think, right? Maybe why his team is hesitant to tell him. Because you can't tell me. Real Field Talk TV said Manny is better than this guy is giving him credit for. First of all, I'm not this guy. I'm blue. Real Field Talk TV. I'm blue. I'm not this guy. So I never took anything away from Manny Pacquiao ever. Nobody's heard me take anything away from him. I'm saying it's a testament to Terence Crawford's skill set. And for you to say Manny Pacquiao is way better than what this guy, Blue, is giving him credit for is incorrect. You saw Manny Pacquiao knocked out twice in his career by guys you don't know who they are. They didn't accomplish anything moving forward in their career, and you saw that. You also saw Manny Pacquiao knocked out cold by Juan Manuel Marquez in brutal fashion. You also saw Manny Pacquiao badly outclassed and outboxed by Floyd Mayweather and Eric Morales. Okay, and you saw him roughed up by Jeff Horn. So please, let's not act like we haven't seen. You never seen Terence Crawford knocked out brutally, badly outboxed. You never seen that. Okay, give credit where credit is due. Manny Pacquiao's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. He's an icon in the sport. How much more credit do you want me to give the man? Trouble 1980 Trouble, my brother in the super chat. Yo, Blue, I got 50, bud. Don't. I got 50, bud. Don't. Inbox me on Instagram. Skills from New Orleans, my brother in the super chat. He said, I got Pac solely based on experience and strong will. Pac also bolsters an illustrious resume. Yeah, he does. But that don't matter. It's not going to play a part in this situation. He does have a beautiful resume, for sure. No doubt. But it won't matter in this situation. Y'all are underestimating Terence Crawford's versatility because you haven't seen it in a big fight. Trust me. Watch how his versatility, his adjustments play a major part. Manny Pacquiao does not make adjustments. Jahad the Great, my brother in the super chat. I'm betting my money Pac-Man not going to doing any vibe testing. Blue, thanks for the content. No doubt, great brother. You don't think that they're going to do tests, man? I believe Terence Crawford is going to make sure that happens. I hope he does. Smash the like button, man. We got 1,700 people here. We should have 1,700 likes, and I'm sure that we don't. So smash the like button. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. I know we're not at 1K likes. I know we're not. Get the likes up to 1,500 right now. Mr. Mont, my brother in the super chat. Bud doesn't have to brawl. He's going to just take the half step back that he a master of doing and counter. Exactly. So here's the thing. Terence Crawford is not being credited enough for his versatility, okay? Manny Pacquiao, if you don't know, Manny Pacquiao does not make adjustments. He fights at one speed, period. He didn't make adjustments against Jeff Horn, even though I thought he won the fight. He didn't make any adjustments against Jeff Horn. He don't make any adjustments against Floyd Mayweather. He didn't make any adjustments. Watch him fight Timothy Bradley. Tell me what difference did you see in all three of those fights? What's the difference you saw in those three fights? What did you see different in the first fight from the third fight that Manny Pacquiao brought to the table? What did you see him do different in any of the Juan Manuel Marquez fights? They fought 4 times. Did you see a difference? No. The fight played out pretty much the same every single time. What did you see him do different? Nothing. William Old School all day, my brother in the super chat. Blue, so what happens to Bud's career if he loses? Oh, if he loses, oh, man, listen. If he loses, people are going to label him overhyped. They're going to say he was overhyped. He was overrated. If Terence Crawford loses to Manny Pacquiao, they're going to say he was overrated. They're going to say as soon as he fought somebody of a big name stature, he lost. Black Preacher Man, boxing fan, Caleb, salute my brother in the super chat. He said, facts. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you. James Diamond, my brother in the super chat. Salute. I appreciate you, great brother. That's what they're going to say. If he loses to Manny Pacquiao, they're going to tell you, well, I told you he was overrated. He never fought nobody. He never did this. I'm telling you. Antonio Giles, my brother in the super chat, dropping that 3/4 of a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. While the narrative changes, since Crawford won the Pacquiao sweepstakes over Spence, because if Spence got the Pacquiao fight, y'all would be champion Errol, saying 70-30 now or no fight. Why would I say that? Antonio Giles. Why would I say such a thing? I said, and I'm going to say this again, I said if Manny Pacquiao had a belt, okay? I never said that I always said that it should never be 70-30. So that was number one. But I said if Manny Pacquiao still had his belt and Errol Spence fought him and won the belt, well then Errol Spence, Errol Spence deserves a 60-40 at that point. That's what I said. Salute to Only Me, my brother in Super Chat. He said Marquez looked like he Pacquiao with that knockout. For sure, Only Me. Salute to my brother Only Me. I missed your Super Chat, great brother. But I got you now. He said Marquez looked like he Pacquiao with that knockout. Yeah, I had to paraphrase Only Me because certain words you just can't use. Idris Monteen, my brother, back in the Super Chat. He said Manny got knocked out by Buster Douglas Marquez. For sure he did. I mean, we saw this movie before, so let's not act like we haven't seen this movie before. Larry Gonzalez, my brother in the Super Chat. I'm sorry, Blue. I don't think Bud can handle Pac's power. His chin is suspect. He always gets dazed. I'm calling KO by Manny. Left hook. Bud going down. All right. Hey, this one I'm gonna tell y'all. If he knock out Pacquiao, give him his credit. If he knock out Pacquiao, give him his credit. Don't say Pacquiao was old. Don't say he wasn't the same. Black Preacher Man, Boston fan, Caleb back in the Super Chat. Do a Bud win, make it 50-50 for Spence? I believe so. I believe so. I believe it does make it a 50-50. Caps and Full G, my brother back in the Super Chat. He said, Bud not a southpaw. His strong hand is his right hand. Remember, he trained in southpaw because he broke his right hand. The right hand is his dominant in the southpaw position. Plus, Bud's balance is southpaw, is doodle in southpaw. You're wrong, great brother. Yes, he is a natural orthodox fighter, but that puts him at an advantage because his natural dominant power hand is in the front. So because his natural dominant hand is in the front, that makes his jab even harder. Manny Pacquiao, he's very rangy. He's 74-inch arms. Manny Pacquiao has a 67-inch arm. So he has a 7-inch arm advantage, and his lead hand is going to be his power hand, and he's very accurate with the left hand. His balance may not be top notch in the southpaw stance, but it's good enough for him to land left hooks, and his jab is impeccable from the southpaw stance. That's why when he hit Kell Brook, it felt like a power punch because it was his dominant hand, his lead hand in the southpaw stance is his dominant hand. So when he connected on Kell Brook, it felt like a power punch. That's the reason why, if you guys know anything about Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto is not an orthodox fighter. Miguel Cotto is a southpaw. How many people knew that? Miguel Cotto was taught to fight in the orthodox stance, so his lead hand, his power hand, could be in the front. Did you know that? How many people knew that? Miguel Cotto fights in an orthodox stance, so his power hand could be in the front. His lead hand is his power hand. That's why people say Miguel Cotto hits so hard. Ryan Taylor, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the Super Chat. I think Manny has to fight in unblemished in and out style in order to win. He absolutely cannot stand in the pocket with Bud. I can see him getting knocked out on the way in because of Bud's range. Oh, for sure. For sure. And my brother Caps and Full G dropped that half a dub on us in the Super Chat. Sorry, Caps and Full G. I forgot to, you dropped that half a dub on us. Salute to my brother Jerome Hunt, dropping that half a hundo on us in the Super Chat. Salute to my brother Jerome Hunt in the building, dropping that half a hundo on us. Appreciate you, great brother. My brother Justin Harris in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the Super Chat. When Terence Crawford beats Pacquiao, does that make him the big fish in the division? If so, what kind of position does that put Spence in with claiming the title? He's not the big fish. Errol Spence is still a big fish. It does, make a case for him to garner 50-50, but you got to remember, again, Errol Spence is going to have 3 belts now by the time they come to negotiation table, and he's going to be, Terence Crawford is going to be saying, oh, I did a successful pay-per-view with Pacquiao. And Errol Spence could say, yeah, you did, But you ain't do none of those successful pay-per-views without Pacquiao. I did successful pay-per-views with a guy in Sean Porter that y'all said wasn't a big draw. And if Errol Spence does a successful pay-per-view with your Danish Ugas and a bigger gate, if he does close to the numbers that Terence Crawford, Manny Pacquiao does, and he does a bigger gate than Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford, well, that's going to tell you everything you need to know. But yes, a win over Pacquiao for Terence Crawford definitely gives him a leg to stand on in negotiations for sure. Is he the big fish in the division? No. Has to be. He said it out of his own mouth. To be the man, they got to beat the man. The man is Errol Spence. He will have 3 belts. He labeled Keith Thurman the man to beat when Keith Thurman had beat Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and had 2 belts. Well, if Errol Spence beat Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Kell Brook, Mikey Garcia, and your Dana Ugas and has 3 belts and is undefeated, well, then you got to label him the man to beat as well. Because you got to remember, Terence Crawford was trying to fight Manny Pacquiao before before Terence Crawford was even a welterweight. Jeffrey Monroe, my brother in Super Chat. I'm with Cedric. I would love to rock your headgear. Hey, inbox me, Jeffrey Monroe, on Instagram. Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. December winter, is it official? It's all but official. Once you get to this point, it's official, unless something catastrophic takes place that unforeseen and it just falls through. But I don't see that happening. Skills from New Orleans, my brother, back in the Super Chat. Bud hasn't fought an equal, elite, unbeaten 50-50 talent since Gamboa. Trust me, it all counts in the long run. Oh, for sure, it's going to count. But his versatility, his skill set in this against Manny Pacquiao's skill set is tailor-made for Terence Crawford. Kia 12, my brother in the Super Chat. If Pac wins, what would it do for his legacy? If Pacquiao wins, his legacy was underrated, if that's such a thing. If Manny Pacquiao wins, his career was underrated. He beats Keith Thurman, come off a 2-year layoff, fight and beat Terence Crawford. Man, listen. Now, you could look at it 2 different ways. You could say, well, Terence Crawford was overrated, or you could say, well, man, Manny Pacquiao was underrated. Last time we saw Manny Pacquiao in the ring, 2 years ago, he's 40 years old when he beat Keith Thurman. Idris Mateen, my brother in the Super Chat. He said, Bud will outbox Manny in Southpaw. For sure. Again, Idris Mateen. I asked everybody, when the last time you saw Manny Pacquiao in the ring with a Southpaw? Pull counter boxing, my brother in the Super Chat. The only reason Bud got the Pacquiao fight is because Bud is boxes in before the Spence fight. It's too dangerous for Bob to let Bud fight Porter. I agree. But we can't understate Manny Pacquiao, though. You understand? It's both very risky, Manny Pacquiao and Sean Porter, because we don't know what you're going to get from Manny Pacquiao as far as, is Father Time going to suddenly knock on his door? Is he going to be the same guy that Keith Thurman fought? We don't know. You understand? But again, even at an advanced stage, Manny Pacquiao is predictable. Mr. Mont, my brother in the Super Chat, Andre Ward is left-handed as well. As I was getting ready to say that. Mr. Mont. Salute to my brother, Mr. Mont. You beat me to it. I was getting ready to say that, then one of the Super Chats cut me off. Yeah, Andre Ward and Miguel Cotto, they're left-handed, right? They fight in that stance, to give themselves an advantage. And that's what I was trying to explain to you, great brothers. When we talk about Terence Crawford being a natural orthodox fighter, that gives them an advantage. Sweet Jones, my brother in the Super Chat. When Bud KO Pac, keep the same energy. All these Pac fans give Bud his credit. That's what I'm trying to say, Sweet Jones. If we're gonna say, oh, Manny Pacquiao gonna knock him out, Manny Pacquiao is this, and Bud ain't fighting nobody. Okay, when he beats him, we got to give him full-fledged credit. Jermaine Bean, my brother in the Super Chat. How good will the pay-per-view numbers be fighting in Dubai, 3 p.m. in the U.S. main event? Again, I think it's going to do 300, 400,000 pay-per-views. I don't think it's going to exceed that. 300,000 to 400,000 pay-per-views. Lonzo Thompson, my brother in the Super Chat. So it's official blue? Pretty much. Unless, again, salute to my brother Lonzo Thompson in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the Super Chat. So Lonzo Thompson, unless something unforeseen takes place or Manny Pacquiao just decides, something, I'd switch my mind and this ain't for me, you're going to see the fight take place. Good deal. D Lucky, my brother in Super Chat. If Ugas wins, is there going to be a rematch? For sure. for sure. There's no way Errol Spence going into your Dana Ugas fight without a rematch clause. So for sure. Salute to my brother Carolina Ryder, my brother coming through, studding up once again, dropping that hundo on us in the super chat. He says, salute to you, King. Appreciate you 1,000%, always coming through, studding up and showing me love, great brother. You motivate me. TJ Sports and all topics, my brother in the super chat. He said, big bro, Bud is going to the Pacquiao. Hashtag Team Spence. Oh, yeah, I believe so too. You get some people, we got people in here that's non-believers, and I'm cool with that. Just at the end of the day, give Terence Crawford his full just dues if he beats and knocks out Manny Pacquiao. Don't tell me it was Father Time. Don't do none of that. Let's keep it all the way a hundo. Jay Lynn, peace and blessings to the queen in the super chat. She said, hi, Blue, in chat. Wouldn't Bud have to be the aggressor and not chance it with the judges? And why could it be 50-50 for Errol if Bud beats Pac? I'm going to tell you why, right? Because if he beats Manny Pacquiao and he does so in dramatic fashion, this is going to be his biggest payday. But two things are important. He beat a legend, and ultimately, this is going to be his best pay-per-views. So now he's going to say, well, I did big pay-per-views. I beat Manny Pacquiao in dramatic fashion, right? He's the unofficial champion, right? You know, my highest payday, so I deserve so on and such, right? And when you're dealing with a fight of a super fight of this magnitude, this gives him a leg to stand on to say, well, 50-50, is deserved in this case because there's nowhere else to go for Errol Spence at that point. You understand? It's undisputed. This is the super fight. It's 50-50. Both going to get their highest paydays, right? Terence Crawford is gonna attract a different fan base fighting Manny Pacquiao. So he's adding to his case, and he's gonna bring more to the table, right? So if it was 60-40 without it, okay, he's closing the gap 50. Maybe you could say 55-45 or 50-50. You know, he's making a case for himself. Is he going to have to be the aggressor in this fight? He doesn't have to be the aggressor because Manny Pacquiao is always an aggressor. He fights at one speed, right? He's always going to come. Captain Full J, salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. He's always going to fight one speed. He's always going to push forward. He's always going to. He only knows one way to fight Manny Pacquiao. So Terence Crawford don't have to be the aggressor because Manny Pacquiao is going to do the work for him. So no, he don't have to do it for the judges because Manny Pacquiao is going to come to him and do it for him. All he got to do is capitalize on it. Brian Denham, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Blue, you make me feel like I really know boxing when I argue with my brother. Thanks, bro. No doubt. Thanks to you, great brother. I appreciate you. So I appreciate you, Brian Denham. Christopher Schaefer, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. Salute, Blue. I told you I'm done with Bud, but I will ease up on him just a little until after this fight. I believe he'll beat the crap out of Manny Pacquiao, but I don't blame him for taking this fight. This is a half step up at this point. Yeah, it's just the fact that we feel like, it's just a little late, but it's definitely, it's definitely a fight that you can't blame him for taking. I just had my whole thing was if you're gonna pursue Manny Pacquiao, full steam ahead, then you should do the same thing with Errol Spence and give them both the same respect. Bunny BA, my brother in the super chat, he said, "Blue, you missed my super chat." Oh, I apologize, great brother. I don't know why it's moving very fast on me, man. I apologize, Bunny BA. What you just type what you said in the chat, and I'll read it from there. But salute to my brother Bunny BA in the super chat once again. The Haven Alexander, my brother in the super chat. Bud need to watch out for the judges. He don't have to because he's going to be landing so many big clean punches that if they take it from him, it's going to be like. I think this fight is going to look like when Lennox Lewis fought Evander Holyfield the first time. That's how many clean big punches Terence Crawford going to land on Manny Pacquiao. Phoenix brother, my brother in the super chat, he said Fresh Prince or Martin. Martin. Not even debate for me. Martin Lawrence, great brother. Martin Lawrence all day. And the shows as well. Mark Fralin, my brother in the super chat. He said, salute, Big Blue. I got Bud in 10. Omaha, stand up. Yeah, I think it's I think it's gonna be 8. I think it's gonna be 8 round. Kid 12, my brother in the super chat. I don't care what they all say. At this stage, analyzing their fight style, Bud wins it. Few years ago, Pac maybe, but looking at it as just skills, Bud all day. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Manny Pacquiao, he's Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, he's great at what he do. He mastered what he does, but he's predictable. LaJessica Burden, peace and blessings, Queen. Cameron Russell, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue Blood. Does WBA somehow create a super duper chant for the Bud Pack winner? Isn't that their style? I wouldn't be surprised. And nor should y'all be surprised. Because they're going to look at it from this standpoint. Now they're not including such a big fight. E-Dub, what's good? Be that bitch, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing? And it's such a big super fight. Now they're not going to be included, right? They're going to want to be included. Trust me and believe that. I wouldn't be surprised. And guess what that would do? Ultimately, then it would turn into this. It would turn into this Errol. It would turn into Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney situation, right? Who's the real champion? And all of that. Errol Spence beats your Ugas, and all of a sudden we're questioning. Don't be surprised. Boxing loves to cause confusion. It loves to cause it. Brooklyn, like my brother in the super chat, Bud will be packed. Pretty sure of that. Manny is an old icon with too many wars. When Errol get the third belt, Spence versus Bud should still be 60-40. I can't disagree with you. I'm just saying, my case is that he makes a case for himself to say 50-50. You understand? I'm not saying it should be or it shouldn't be, right? But I'm saying that, he can make a case for himself to say 50-50 should be the case. Kadeem Morris, my brother in the super chat, Bud is acting the way about EJ because EJ, he be talking like he's gonna make Bud take whatever percent he says. Kind of disrespectful a little bit. You're wrong, Kadeem. You're wrong. That started with Terence Crawford and his team when they said Errol Spence don't make more money than them, that he living paycheck to paycheck. All he does is hang out and recreational and things of that nature. That started with them. My brother Box Conversation with Reggie Owens in the building in the super chat. Go subscribe to my brother Reggie Owens in the building. He said, I got to respect Bob Arum for once for making this fight. I couldn't imagine the high demands from Pacquiao to make this fight. Salute my Bud and Pac. Yeah, Reggie, exactly. And that's what I'm saying, Reggie. You know why? And Reggie, make sure you drop the link so they can subscribe to your channel. You know why, Reggie? Because, like I said, I feel like Top Rank, Todd DeBosa, and everybody is like, bro, they're telling Bob, we can't keep losing talent. If we don't make this fight by whatever we need to do to get this fight done, Terence Crawford going to walk in October. We can't afford that in his prime. We can't keep allowing ourselves to lose all this talent. And I think that Bob, you remember Reggie, he said, I don't even handle Terence Crawford anymore. I just let Todd do all the work. Remember he said that? And so that leads me to believe that by him saying that, Todd DeBuff and everybody at Top Rank is like, bro, listen, we'll handle Terence Crawford. We can't lose him, Bob. And Bob's like, oh, let him go. No, we can't do that. Let us handle him. And Bob is like, all right, I'll take a step back. I think that's what took place. They're like, man, we lost Floyd Mayweather. We lost Oscar. We lost Miguel. We lost Manny. We lost Mikey. We continue to lose talent after talent after talent. And we're on the verge of losing Teofimo Lopez. Vasil Lomachenko talking about he's looking to buy his way out. We can't continue to do this. You see what I'm saying? And so I think at this stage in his career, Bob is like, listen, Bob don't care because he feel like, listen, we can replace him. Todd DeBuff and them is like, bro, at some point in time, we ain't going to be able to replace this talent. We got to make it do what it do. We got to hold on to this talent. At some point in time, we ain't going to be able to replace it. We got to hold on to it. And I think that's why they like, Bob, please let us just handle this. Tiana Scott, peace and blessings, Queen. Salute to my brother Emmanuel H in the super chat, dropping that 3/4 of a hundo on us in the super chat. He says, salute Blue Kings and Queens in the chat. This will be the battle of the chins. Someone getting clipped and closed out. I don't see this going the full 12. Me neither. I don't know how many likes we got, but I know we don't have. We got 2,000 people here. I know we don't have 2,000 likes. I know we don't. So I'm asking my peopleizations to smash the like button. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Smash the like button, people. I know for a fact we don't have that many likes, and we should. E-Dub, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. He says, salute to you, King. Millionaire Ted, my brother in the super chat. He said, salute to you, King. Dwayne McCall said we got 1,300. We need to get the likes all the way up. Sarah Currington, salute. Get the likes up. We got 2,000 people. We should have 2,000 likes. That means it's 700 people that didn't smash the like button, that didn't show love. Smash it. Let's work. Y'all ain't got love for Blue Blood? Let's work. So so that's what I'm trying to tell you, right? Is that if we're gonna say that Manny Pacquiao can win this fight, if we're gonna say let you pull the skill, salute. If we're gonna say that Manny Pacquiao could win this fight, if we're gonna say that Terence Crawford never fought nobody this caliber, well then we got to give Terence Crawford his credit for beating Manny Pacquiao. You understand? And see, my whole thing was with him and Errol Spence is like, Errol Spence wanted to pursue Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao had the WBA title and he was the icon and legend. Once Manny Pacquiao didn't have the belt, Errol Spence made no mention of Manny Pacquiao. He left it alone. And Manny Pacquiao got in the ring with him. Manny Pacquiao's team said they looked at Errol Spence. They feel like he was vulnerable. They felt like he could beat him, but they made no effort, right? In this case, they weren't truly trying to make an effort with Terence Crawford either. It's just that it was sometimes somebody offers you a deal that you can't turn down. You understand? And that's what's happening here. If Terence Crawford, if a $50 million pot is on the table, and Manny Pacquiao asks for $25 million, and he realized that 50 is on the table, and he could say, "Give me 40," and you say you'll give him 40, and you'll take 10. Well, how could you turn that down? See, there's no way $50 million on the table for Errol Spence to fight Manny Pacquiao after he asked for $25 million, and Errol Spence said, "I'll give you 10. I'll take 10 and you take 40. That's not going to happen. Bruce Lee, my brother in the super chat. I like Bud and Pac-Man, but Pac-Man have been hitting these young welterweights. My opinion, Pac in 6. Sorry, I love Bud. Nah, I mean, to each is, everybody has their own what they believe how this fight is going to play out. I don't see it. Universal blessings, my brother in the super chat. He said, Bud team are only mean to fighters, coaches. Why? Hey, universal blessings. You said it, I didn't. You said it, not me. But, I don't know. Just comes off that way, don't it? G. Al, my brother in the super chat, dropping that hundo on us in the super chat. He said Errol Spence is the bigger pay-per-view champ. Bud Crawford still needs to fight formidable opponents at 147. Hopefully we get the ultimate unification bout between Errol and Bud Crawford later this year. Blessings, Blue Blood. Keep grinding. Yeah, I hope we do. I truly hope we do. I truly hope that it comes to fruition. If it don't, GL, if we don't get Errol Spence and Terence Crawford for undisputed, and he beats Pacquiao and Errol Spence beats Ugas, and they only one fight, the super fight, the biggest fight in boxing, not just because it's for undisputed, but we arguably have the top 2 best pound for pound fighters in the world. Definitely top 3 pound for pound fighters in the world in the same division They both have all the belts. They both undefeated, and they don't fight each other. That will be the biggest disappointment. Listen to me, people. That's going to be bigger than Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis. That will be the biggest letdown in the boxing history. I'm going to say it again. That will be the biggest disappointment in boxing history, people. In the history of the sport of boxing, that will be the biggest disappointment in the history of the sport of boxing. Hands down. We was on the verge of not getting Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, but guess what? At least we saw, not to slight him, but we saw Manny Pacquiao before he fought Floyd. He was knocked out 3 times. He was outboxed by Eric Morales. We saw that movie before. It was a case of Manny Pacquiao could be the guy that finally beats Floyd Mayweather. That's what that was a case of. We could finally have a guy that actually beats Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was at risk. But this is a whole different scenario. Are they the icons of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao? No, not yet. But this would be the ultimate letdown in the sport of boxing. And it will hurt the sport of boxing more than people think. Millionaire Ted, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. Bro, Manny is going to lose the fight, but he will knock Bud down in the fight. He is going to catch Bud in a switch. Manny has the best chance to beat him. Crawford is too skilled and has a mean streak Spence don't got. I do believe that Errol Spence has that mean streak that Manny Pacquiao has. I do think that Errol Spence has the best chance to beat Terence Crawford. I do believe that Sean Porter has a great chance of beating Terence Crawford. Not saying they will, but they have the chances to beat him. I can see him getting knocked down by Manny Pacquiao because he gets overzealous and makes a mistake. I definitely could see that. But it's going to be action-packed. This could possibly be fight of the year. DeHaven Alexander, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. I got Jay Lynn by knockout. Man, Jay Lynn, they coming for you. Here you go. DeHaven Alexander, he said, I got Jay Lynn by knockout. Dub B. Matthews, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Jeffrey Brooks, my brother in the super chat, he said, so now with Bud fighting Manny and Spence fighting Ugas, does that still make Spence the A side? Yes, it does. In order for Errol Spence not to be the A side, Terence Crawford is going to have to do 1 million pay-per-views of Manny Pacquiao, and that's not going to happen. He's going to have to do at least 600,000 pay-per-views to put himself in the A side position over Errol Spence. At least. I'm going to tell you guys again. Errol Spence is more than likely going to fight Yordenis Ugas in Texas. So that means the live gate is going to be huge. Errol Spence is going to be on pay-per-view with Yordenis Ugas, and it's going to be a success. At the least, it's going to do 300,000 pay-per-views. He's already done 350, 325, 310. And again, we're not talking about the inflated numbers of Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, and Mike Tyson. Those times are past us. Remove that from your psyche. That's not going to happen again. You're not going to see guys like Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya doing these 2 million pay-per-views, 2.5, 3.2. That's not going to happen. The new norm is going to be a success of 3 to 1 million. That's a success. 300,000 to 1 million is going to be the new norm. Because you have so many different ways to watch the fights with so many different streaming apps, so many this and that. They had 10 million people that watched the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury first fight that wasn't on the up and up. Let that sink in. So that was 10 million people, 10 million streams that watched Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury without paying for it. It's a different time. Taff Womack, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue. Do you see Bud having more success in the orthodox or southpaw stance against Pacquiao? Both. But it's proven that Manny Pacquiao struggles with the right hand. So I think that Terence Crawford would be better suited to stand in an orthodox stance. But seeing as though his lead hand, his right hand, is his dominant hand, and he's in the southpaw stance, and right hands give Manny Pacquiao problems, well, that could be a problem. And again, when is the last time we saw Manny Pacquiao in the ring with a southpaw? When? It's been a long time, right? I can't even remember if he even had fought a southpaw. When is the last time we saw him in the ring with a southpaw that we could say, this southpaw was, top-notch fighter and was a southpaw? Who? Especially a guy that could switch from orthodox to southpaw fluidly. Who? Margarito's not a southpaw. Who we seen him in the ring with? Galvatron, my brother in the super chat. He says Spence versus Crawford is a November, December. Hard to believe. Just watch, Blue. Yeah, I would love it. My brother Blu-ray show in the building. What's good with your Blu-ray? Blu-ray, drop the information and the links so people could go subscribe and catch and watch you, bro. Make sure you drop it in the chat, Blu-ray. Make sure you drop that in the chat so that people can know, they can find you. Y'all should know Blu-ray Fitness. That's Errol Spence, strength and condition coach. He in the chat. It's my brother right there. Y'all should already know. But if they don't know Blu-ray, drop the links so they know where they can find you, your Instagram, all your social medias. Universal Blessing, my brother in the super chat said, why don't Bud get love from Top Rank like Loma does? Loma don't get love from Top Rank. Loma don't even get love from Top Rank. Y'all didn't just hear Lomachenko say he wants out of Top Rank? Lomachenko just said, I want out. He said, I'm counting the days till my contract is over. Go look at the interview he did. Jay Cooley, my brother in the super chat, he said, Bud being packed, so what? They both retiring still 60-40, man down, Big Fish, Big EJ, Free Smoke Jr., hashtag the truth, hashtag strap season, hashtag the champ, hashtag Mr. 60-40. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's not, Boxing Dad, Keyshawn Johnson, Antonio Freeman, salute to y'all. Al Jalil Sawab, salute. SG, my brother in the super chat, salute. Blue, Bud getting the fight people said he wouldn't, and let's be honest, Spence would prioritize the Pacquiao fight too. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. It depended upon. Now, I won't. Let me rephrase that. If Manny Pacquiao had the belt, then maybe Errol Spence would prioritize it. If Manny Pacquiao had a belt, because he wants the belt, but he don't have a belt, I don't see him prioritizing Manny Pacquiao over Terence Crawford. Antonio Freeman, salute. Chappelle Show 56, Free Game Fella, Carlos Aguayo, Mr. Blue Taylor, Mike Rhymes, Saray, Tito Morel, Black Ham TV, Alice York, Romel Lane, Big Gates, Tito Morel, Black Lion A16, salute. I know I haven't saluted all my peoples, but I needed to get right into this, my peopleization. So pardon me today. Kendrick Campbell, salute. Michael James 616, salute. A. McKinney, salute. So pardon me today, my peoples. Thomas Marie, salute. Smash that like button. Let's get the likes to 2K. I want to get them likes up to 2K, my peopleizations. Get the likes up to 2K. So, this is big news, right? For Terence Crawford. I'm happy that Terence Crawford got the fight he'd been seeking for quite some time. Mailman Mike, my brother, Rob Gray, Deontay Walker, Gerardo Valencia, salute. Mr. J. Duke 40. Where you been at, bro? Reginald Rainey. Big Dose 513. Mr. White Shoes. Renee Bosh Young. My brother Renee Bosh Young. Go subscribe to my brother Renee Bosh Young, man. Renee dropped the link. Jaron Davis. Salute. William Burmington. Salute. Antonio Freeman. Z Diggle. Salute. Digital. Salute, my brother. Cortez Bowl. Zon Clothing. J Rock, Georgia. Alice Canfield. Godson 9975. Marvin Rollins Jr. Stephen Taylor. Salute to y'all. My brother Bishop in the super chat. He said Bud beats the brakes off of Pac-Man. Yeah, I do. I believe that as well. Big Zo, salute. TR, salute. No, everything, salute. Neil X. Davis, salute. Ortho Redding, salute. St. Louis Mick, my brother, salute. Father String, Mr. Nigeria Boy. Thomas Marie, salute. I believe so as well, Bishop. I believe so as well, great brother. Stylistically, I think the Styles matchup is bad for him. To beat Terence Crawford, you need a great jab. Kell Brook's jab was giving Terence Crawford a lot of trouble. Kell Brook is much bigger than Manny Pacquiao. He's much more technical than Manny Pacquiao. He has a better jab than Manny Pacquiao. So he brings more to the table, more versatile than Manny Pacquiao. Kell Brook just don't have the resistance of Manny Pacquiao or the athletic ability of Manny Pacquiao. So Manny Pacquiao delivers it in a different aspect. Kashif Dixon, my brother in the super chat, he wasn't top notch, but it was David Diaz at lightweight. Okay, so how many years ago was that, Kashif Dixon? Kashif Dixon, tell me how many years ago was that? William Old School Audette, salute. Tony Romandi, salute. Terrell Mobley, my brother in the super chat, dropping that quarter of a hundo on us in the super chat. Salute Terrell Mobley. Appreciate you, King. Dropping that quarter of a hundo on your boy Blue. Universal Blessing, my brother back in the super chat. Ask Blu-ray, why'd he help Bomac lose weight if would he help Bomac lose weight if he asked? Man. Unbelievable. Help me, Jesus, salute. Julius Young, salute. Is they going to be testing? I don't know. Roy Boy, Florida, salute. Emmanuel Pettigrew, salute. Leslie Jordan, salute. I would expect it to be if you Terence Crawford. Don't be like Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman said, it doesn't matter. I don't care about that type of stuff. It is what it is. And now Keith Thurman told me I should have had the testing. Well, I mean, Black Nose Media, my brother, saluting the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Black Nose Media, salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you. Jeffrey Brooks, my brother in the super chat once again. Bud shouldn't have no problem accepting 40% with Spence after taking an insulting 80-20 from Manny. I agree. Beanbag, salute. Counter move, salute. Madara Stark of Winterfell, salute. I've been saying the same thing. Kevin Callaghan, Abdul Ahmad 2, salute. And Dow Gigabal, salute. Quan 43, my brother Quan 43, what's good? Just Joe King, salute. Howard Grisby, salute. Kareem Mahoney, salute. Eli P, Michael Sparks, D Brown, Del Diaz, salute. Yeah, when was that David Diaz fight? Tyrone Tisdale, salute. I say the same thing. If you're going to take 80-20 from Manny Pacquiao, then you should have no issues taking 60-40 from Errol Spence. Dark 8 Prince, Martell, Virginia Beach, salute. Martell, Virginia Beach said, hold up, 80-20? Yeah. He's taking an 80-20 split. Roll Money, salute. Damian Cooper, salute. Fotex LLC, salute. Carlos Santiago, XB, salute. He's taking an 80-20 split. It's $50 million on the table. Right? It's $50 million on the table. Manny Pacquiao said, I need $40 million and giving Terence Crawford 10. That's an 80-20 split. And he did so. Chris Garcia, salute. And he did so. That should be an insult to Terence Crawford. Am I right? Somebody tell me. Am I right or am I wrong? He initially asked for, over the last 6 years, he was asking for 20 to 25 million. Bob Arum says that they found somebody to give him a $50 million pot where they could, give Manny Pacquiao the 20, 25 million. And then according to Bob Arum, Manny Pacquiao asked for now 40 million. So essentially, that should have been, right? How is that respecting Terence Crawford's craft and accomplishments? That's Manny Pacquiao saying, you understand? So you should feel a certain kind of way about that. And you can make more than 10 million fighting Errol Spence. If you took 60-40 with Errol Spence, you making more than 10 million. I'm just saying. Marky Dim 123, my brother in super chat, dropping that dub on the city super chat. I would have preferred him to fight Porter. Even if he beats Pac, people will say Pac was not in his prime. This is a fact. I said the same thing. But my thing is this: we can't say or Pac was past it. If people overwhelmingly feel like that Manny Pacquiao can beat him, okay. If people think Craig J, salute, Dollar X, salute. If people feel like he could beat Stan Swartz, salute, Big Gate, salute. If people feel like Pacquiao could beat him, well then you got to give him the credit if he beats Pacquiao. Us Boxing Life, my brother in super chat, salute, good brother, Blue Blood. Do you think Terence Crawford is going to stop him? What round? I do think he's going to stop him. I think he's going to stop him in about the 8th, 9th round. Because I believe that Manny Pacquiao is going to run into something he don't see. That's what I believe. Al Jalil Swab, my brother in the super chat. Swab, he said Pac-Man fought Diaz in 2008, Blue. Okay. So the last time he fought at Southpaw, what was that, 13 years ago? So he was 13 years ago. If he's 42 now, you say 10 years he was 32. Then you take 3 years off of that. So he was 29. He was 29 the last time he fought at Southpaw. And he wasn't a huge name Southpaw. Now, Diaz was a okay fighter, but go figure. Eugene Aaron III, my brother in super chat. Facts, Errol wouldn't prioritize Crawford over Pacquiao except for a belt or a challenge for Errol's belt. Salute, Blue. Stay on these casuals. For sure. Oh, I'm on the grind. You already know. Smash that like button. Get the likes all the way up to 2K. Grind hard, Sports Nation. My brother in super chat. If Pacquiao wins, that is an indictment of this era of welterweights and the May Pac era where the real welterweights. Yeah, and let me tell you something. If Pacquiao beats Terence Crawford, and then Pacquiao fights, because if he beats Terence Crawford, he's going to fight Errol Spence for undisputed, because he's never been undisputed, and that's a huge payday. It's not going to be Floyd Mayweather or but it's a huge payday for him. So he beats him. He's going to fight Errol Spence at that point. And Errol Spence beats Manny Pacquiao. Only the phone. Salute. Fly High 89. Salute. William Old School out there. Salute. Femi Ogunsi. Salute. Cameron Russell. Salute. Errol Spence beats Manny Pacquiao after Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman and then Terence Crawford. And Errol Spence beat him for undisputed. Woo! He going right into the Hall of Fame. And nobody could say, well, his age. No. Because it's going to be viewed as how people beat Bernard Hopkins. And they got credit for it. Like Jermaine Taylor beating him. He got credit for it. Joe Kawasaki beat him, got credit for it. Because of Bernard Hopkins' defined age. If Manny Pacquiao beats Keith Thurman and then beats Terence Crawford, well, guess what? Errol Spence beats him. His age is not going to be the factor. Because we know he defined age. Bruce Lee, my brother, back in the super chat. Blue Blood, I would like for Bud to win. But Pac-Man is going for the KO. Good fight. I can't hate. He's going to go for the KO, and that's going to be the issue. He goes for the KO, and he's going to get KO. My brother Jay Cooley back in that super chat. Retirement fight for both. I'm telling you now. Hey, Mr. Kaboom, salute. Tyrone Tisdale. High Science 7, salute. Bad Tito. Juan Juarez. Free Game Fella. Patrick Valentine, salute. Jose Diaz, salute. If he beats, Jay Cooley, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Because Terence Crawford is already on record as saying if it wasn't for him having to, take care of the people he had to take care of, he would already been retired. He's on record saying that. So Ethan Fresh 73, salute. Maurice McElroy, salute. Makai Willis, salute. So if he beats Manny Pacquiao, signature sound, salute. Tay Brown, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing? He beats Manny Pacquiao, biggest payday. He already feel like he's already a Hall of Famer. He may just walk into the sunset. I don't put it past him. Because Chief Dixon, my brother in super chat, it was 10 years ago. LOL. Just was answering your question, not saying Pac was going to bet, but at all. No. Because Chief Dixon, I was asking you. No, I was asking you because I can't look it up. So, no, I wasn't saying that you were saying he's going to beat him. No, I was just asking you to do the research for me real quick. I wasn't saying that you said. I was just asking you to hold me down. Amazing side salute. I was just asking you to hold me down, great brother. J.R. Knox, salute. Shepherd King, salute. I wasn't saying that you said he was going to beat Bud. I was just saying hold me down and give me that info real quick. My brother Bishop back in the super chat. Support my guy Blue Bud, y'all, straight up. Smash the like button and support the grind. Real talk. Appreciate you, Blue. You got a homie for life. Oh, for sure. You already know. Real recognize real. You understand? That's why we family. Quay Scott, salute. We family. You dig? We family. Nicholas Long, my brother in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you 1,000% showing love. Supporting the grind, man. Much love to you. Reggie Burris, my brother in the super chat, dropping that $500 on your boy Blue in the super chat. Bug gonna get him. Big ups, Blue Blood Sports. Salute to you, Reggie Burris, man. Much love to you coming through, starting up and showing love, great brother. That's much love to you. Yeah, so I just think that styles make fights, and I think that Terence Crawford's style matches up well with Manny Pacquiao at any point in time. But like I said, if he was to beat Terence Crawford and Errol Spence beats him, Errol Spence's legacy would be cemented. He beats Manny Pacquiao for undisputed. Over. Emmanuel H, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping that $500 on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, dropping 50 piece for my guy EJ, not because I'm from Texas, but because he keep it $100 at all times and willing to fight anyone too. Genuine dude, for real, for real. That's a fact. That's a fact. Gerardo Valencia, salute in the super chat. If Manny wins against Crawford, it's only decision. No, Manny could knock him out. Manny can knock him out. Manny can knock him out. The last thing to go is your power. Manny can knock him out. Decision. I don't think he'll decision Terence Crawford like he did Keith Thurman. But he can knock him out. Marky Dan 123, my brother in super chat. If Pac beats Bud and Spence, that would make him the Tom Brady of boxing. GOAT behavior. If he beats Terence Crawford and he beats Errol Spence, it don't make him the GOAT because he can't supersede Floyd Mayweather because Floyd Mayweather already dominated him and never lost. But that elevates Floyd Mayweather. It makes Floyd Mayweather look even better than what he's perceived. Imagine. Let me give y'all an example. If Manny Pacquiao beats Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, and Canelo fights Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez and beats all these dudes, and the last thing you remember is Floyd Mayweather beating Canelo and Floyd Mayweather beating Pacquiao, man, listen. Floyd Mayweather is going to be undoubtedly the GOAT. Dante Gilbert Sr., my brother in the super chat. Much love, Blue. Is this fight really happening? Yeah. Yep, it's going to go down. It's going to go down, great brother. It's going to go down. It's going to go down. Big Dose 513, my brother in the super chat. Family forever. Show Blue. Yep. You and all the brothers and sisters of the LDBC, man, this community that 78 created is powerful and needed amongst our people. That's for sure. Yep, family for sure. No doubt. No doubt. We family, bro. Devon Pettis, my brother, salute in the super chat. L wants the winner so he can walk through them at Jerry's World. Hashtag Texas versus everybody. Hey, Devon, you got to put everybody. You got to put E-E-E-R-R-R-R body. Everybody. You dig? Larry Evil Smith, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. 80-20 split, and Pac has no belt, so it's a win-win for Pac. Bud better require Vada. Yeah, I agree with that. Sherlock Quintana, salute. I agree with that, great brother. I agree with that. Like I said, Keith Thurman, now he's saying, man, it felt like he had bricks in his hand. Keith Thurman, everybody was questioning why Keith Thurman is not using the necessary steps. Why is he not? And Keith Thurman kept telling everybody, even I asked Keith Thurman at the first press conference in New York City, I said, Keith, why you not doing no testing? Now he's like, I don't need that, and I'm not worried about that. Okay. Well, now he lost. He like, I should have did it. You think? Jeffrey Brooks, my brother in the super chat. Well, Bud stopped Jeff Horn, so we can use that as a measuring stick for this fight. Not really. The triangle theory doesn't always work when you're dealing with the sport of boxing. At times, it can work when you're dealing with certain levels of fighters like Floyd Mayweather and Marquez. That was an indication that he was going to clearly beat Manny Pacquiao, in my opinion, because Marquez made Manny Pacquiao struggle for 4 fights. 4 fights. So that gave me an indication that he indeed was going to beat. He beat him so easy. I was like, there's no way Manny Pacquiao can compete with him. He's going to nullify Manny Pacquiao. And that's exactly what happened. Sean M., my brother in the super chat, he said, peace, King. Just got on. Is there a blood? If not, KO for Pac. Peace, King. Sean M., I don't know, but I suspect it will be. I can't see a case where I just can't see it, man. That wouldn't like you got to do it if you're Terence Crawford. Boss Red 357, my brother in the super chat. He said, TBH, I don't even want to see Bud versus Pac now. I want to see Bud versus Porter or Thurman. Now Pac almost 50. Pac is almost 50 now. Yeah, I agree, bro. I like the fight because I get to see 2 legends grace the squared circle. Jalen said Thurman had lost his hunger. Oh, for sure. B. Paulie, salute. James Johnson, salute. Pop off 93. True Blue 45. Alea, salute. My brother Bitch, B Megastar in the building. If you got sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, little kids, cousins, friends that have little kids, have them subscribe to KK Penson TV. My brother Bitch, B Megastar in the building is going to drop the link in the chat. Please have your little ones subscribe to that channel. Bitch, make sure you drop that link. Silver Surfer, salute. Make sure you drop the link. Mansa TV, salute. Thrash Matrix, salute. 101 Inc., salute. Israel Vasquez, salute. What's good? Jay Greatness, salute. So I believe that Terence Crawford is going to win this fight. I think A17 Boxing B, salute. I think it's going to be a success. But to follow it up, Errol Spence is going to come right behind him. And let me tell y'all something. Luke Ken, salute. If this fight with Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao does, I don't know, 350,000 pay-per-views, right? VA Hall, salute. Joseph Elliott, salute. Lowe, salute. If this fight, Demo 007, salute. Demo 007. Devon Sonia, salute. If this fight does 300,000 pay-per-views or 350,000 or 400, and Errol Spence does 300,000 with your Danis Ugas in the unification bout and does a similar gate or bigger, Rod Gomez 79, salute. We're not going to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I'm sorry to tell you. BFM Cuddy, salute. Domiko Miller, salute. Christopher Scott, Jamal Davis, salute. If this fight does 300 to 350,000, 400,000, and the live gate for this fight, does Errol Spence rivals it and does the same thing, you're not going to see Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. You're not going to see it. You know why? You know why? Because Terence Crawford, at that point, Errol Spence is going to be like, well, you fought Manny Pacquiao. I fought Ugas, and we did the same numbers. And now I got 3 belts, 60-40. Terence Crawford is never going to agree to that after he beats Manny Pacquiao. And you guys are never going to see that fight. Chris Rob Media TV, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue. If Manny or Crawford win the fight, they need to face Errol next. I agree 1,000%. It only makes sense. LeVar DeMoss, One Main TV, salute. Chris Cahy, salute. Herbert Freeman, salute. I mean, it just, I mean, there's no other way to go. Mr. Kaboom, salute. Larry Nelson, salute. Makai Willis, salute. Yeah, LeVar DeMose, salute, great brother. There's no other way to go. Like, which other way do you go? Where do you go for either guy? They still both have one fight that they can make. Errol Fred Hampton, salute. He said, ain't even official. Nothing's official, Fred Hampton, in the sport of boxing until you see them in the ring and the first bell rings. So here's what we need to take when we get news and we get guys like Blue Blood that's reporting this. P. Machino, salute. Kel Kaname, salute. Instead of us trying to douse it and say, oh man, it ain't even official. You talking about it's not even official. Well, here's the thing. Show me a fight that's official before the first bell. Because I can show you fights, Tunnel Vision, salute, that ain't even official after the first bell. D33 Bo, salute. Anthony Carley, salute. Anthony Carley said, keep the same energy if ESPN reports it. Right. But Anthony Carley, and also Christopher Scott, salute. Anthony Carley, also ESPN reports stuff that never take place. But I don't see you going to ESPN and saying, man, this ain't true. Corey Mitchell, salute. Unscripted Virtuoso, salute. ESPN reported that Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua agreed to a fight and it was getting ready to take place. Did you see that fight? Demetrius Andrade signed the contract, agreed to fight Jermell Charlo, and the week before the fight, another promotional company came in and said, we could get you more money, and he pulled out the fight. The week of the fight week. So was it official? Anything could happen in the sport of boxing. We saw F.A. Ajaba have a fight with a guy, the first bell rung, and the dude walked out, stepped through the ropes, walked out the ring, and walked to his dressing room. Did you see the fight? No. So obviously anything is subject to change. Why do you feel the need to come and try to discredit anything? Nothing's guaranteed until it's done. Vladimir Klitschko and Tyson Fury agreed for an immediate rematch. Did you see the fight? No. They even had press conference for it. Did you see that fight? No. Deontay Wilder agreed to fight Tyson Fury in an immediate rematch after the first fight. They even had a press conference. Did you see that fight? No. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are contractually obligated to fight each other in a trilogy match. What's going on right now? Tyson Fury told you June 10th of 2020 that he agreed to a 2-fight deal with Anthony Joshua, and we are 10 months later, and there's still no fight. So what are we talking about? My brother Bish, be Megastar, in the building in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Thanks for all your support, Blue. Thank you for supporting me, great brother. And those queens, we're going to get them and get that channel rocking. You heard? Salute to you, your beautiful wife, and those beautiful queens you got, great brother. My brother Bruce Lee in the super chat dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, Bud versus Spence, which is taking the easier route. Spence's next fight will be against a younger lion. Bud could have fought Porter or Ugas. That's great point. Great point. That's a great point. Ronton Tizzy, salute. Jesus Ace Vev, salute. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 2K. Grow Music, salute. Alea Lele, salute. Insa Dolph, salute. Mindbender, salute. Sosa S, salute. He said, I'm sleeping on Manny. I'm not sleeping on him. Jay Greatness, salute. How am I sleeping on him? Yeah, St. Louis Mix said, ESPN also said Kawhi was going to the Lakers. Trust your people. Big, not big news. This is a fact. Stuart Chapman, salute. Witness the whole salute. I mean, you can't make it up, man. We always quick to come and try to discredit one another for what? Systematic one time salute. I told y'all, Sean McCain, salute. I told y'all that ESPN, I mean, I told y'all that Deontay Wilder was holding up the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua announcement. It's been 11 months and you haven't got an announcement. Yet every time I say it, people say, man, you making up stuff. Well, the proof is in the pudding. Why didn't you get an announcement? Michael D, salute. Montre, salute. Mike J, salute. John Norrie, salute. Why didn't you get an announcement? Ask yourself that question. Raymond B's, my brother in Super Chat. Shalom, King. I'm a big Bud fan. Let's go, Blue. Oh, for sure. He's one of the best fighters in the world. I just don't agree with the way he go about negotiating with Errol Spence. And then when you get people that just want to, Mike J salute, John Norrie salute, that just want to be like, yeah, it's Errol Spence fault. No, I can't have that. Right, Fred Hampton, that's my point. ESPN, y'all would say, oh, Max Kellerman got more contacts than me, right? He got more sources than me. He's more connected in the sport of boxing than me. Max Kellerman reported that Deontay Wilder's taking step aside money. Max Kellerman just said that no other welterweight is willing to fight Terence Crawford. There's no welterweight willing to fight Terence Crawford. But we know that's not true, right? Mr. Wood 25 salute. So why are we quick to come in and be like, oh, Blue, that ain't real. This ain't real. What are we talking about? Signature sound salute. Until you actually see them in the center of the ring, trading leather, nothing's official. How about that? J Rock Georgia, my brother in the super chat. He dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He says, salute, Blue. Crawford gets too much credit. He has skills and a dog mentally, but with the 37 fights, the top two names on his resume were past prime, and they'd be KO before Brook 2, Khan 3 times. Yeah. Brook twice, Amir Khan 3 times. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But his skill set, you can't deny his skill set, though. I can't deny his skill set. Smash the like button, get the likes of 2K. I can't deny his skill set, though. William O. School out there, my brother in Super Chat. He said, Blue, where's the little Bud School of Skills? Laughing. Yeah. School of Skills, Christopher Jeanette. Where are they? Christopher Jeanette told me he got 2 hundo that Terence Crawford is fighting your Dana Sugas next. That's what he told me. 2 hundo on it. Twin D, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. What's up, Blue? I just walked in. Let me wipe my feet and hit the like button. Now my question is, Pac wins and he and EJ agree to fight. What do you think the purse split will be and in whose favor? I believe at that point, if Pacquiao beats Terence Crawford, beating Keith Thurman, then beating Terence Crawford, and with his resume, you talking maybe 60-40 in Manny Pacquiao's favor. 50-50, 60-40 in his favor. But Manny Pacquiao, he will respect the fact that Errol Spence is a 3 belt holder. He's undefeated, and it's a massive fight. And he will respect his numbers, his accomplishments. So I think that it may be 60-40 in Manny Pacquiao favor. It may be 50-50, depending upon. But you beat Keith Thurman. You beat Terence Crawford. I mean, those 2 back-to-back wins are then bigger than Errol Spence's wins, right? And then you got to go down the list. Now you're talking about his resume and his numbers, right? So and then he's a belt holder on top of it. So it just makes for a case for Manny Pacquiao. LeVar DeMose, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. I think I smell what's cooking and has been all along. We getting Crawford Spence when his contract is up with Top Rank. Crawford beats Manny, does great numbers. That's his 50-50 bargaining stick. right there. I agree. Because part of me, LeVar DeMos, when I got this information, a part of me was like, I think that Terence Crawford, but y'all know, go back and watch my last couple of videos. I said, I think he's posturing. I think he's posturing, right? And it could be a case where, when it's but then again, LeVar DeMos, I feel like he wins this fight. He gets this fight with Manny Pacquiao, secures it, and beats Manny Pacquiao. I think he's going to re-sign with Top Rank. I think he'll re-sign with Top Rank. Cedric Trailer, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Trust me, he said, trust when Blue Blood reporting news, whether it's good or bad. Put stamp on it. Their best source in the game is Blue Blood Sports TV. Salute to you, King. I mean, I get my information just like everybody else get theirs. We got sources on the inside. Are we always right? No. It's just like the weatherman. Could be right, could be wrong. We don't know. It's this the sport of boxing, man. Things change. Jeffrey Brooks, my brother in Super Chat, the only reason why I can think why Bud taking 20% is because Manny is a mega fighter. Yeah, he just hold Manny Pacquiao in high regards. That's what it is. Point blank and period. But anyway, we got my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host, a.k.a. you know him as the historian. My brother, what's good with you, Kurt?
Blue Blood, what's good with you? What's up, chat? Everybody in the chat, what's going on? What's up, Blue? How you doing today, my brother?
I'm good, man. I can hear that cold is trying to get up out of you.
Yeah, man, I've been drinking Dayquil like water and Vicks rub and ginger and all that. I'm doing everything trying to get this cold. It's still bothering me, but I'm getting better.
Yeah. Man. The SS family salute. But yeah, Kurt, so we got this interesting news today that June 5th is the target date. Manny Pacquiao, Terence Crawford. Kurt, what you think about it?
Well, I'm a bit surprised that it's not official, but that's what it looks like, that Manny is giving Crawford a fight. I tell you, Manny is an all-time great fighter. His resume is bananas, and it'll be a big fight, as the fight, comes along, in late May. We all going to be watching it. We want to see how Crawford deals with the legend. Even though he's not the same fighter he was years ago, you can never underestimate a guy like Manny. He's a natural born fighter, and he may not be what he once was, but you can never sell him short. And some people, I think they're kind of underestimating Terence Crawford. Now, anything can happen in the boxing ring. You've seen mega upsets where Tyson got knocked out by Douglas. That was a new level of upset. That just goes to show you anything can happen. But I match up the styles and fighters in my head, and I see Terence Crawford having a lot of success against Manny. Manny was never a defensive wizard. His offense is his defense. His reflex is not the same. Keith Thurman did have success. Remember, that wasn't a unanimous decision. That was a split decision over Keith Thurman. So one judge had it for Thurman, and, the knockdown helped, and when he hurt Thurman, but Thurman was landing on Pacquiao, and Crawford is a much better fighter than Thurman. So I got Crawford knocking Pacquiao out between 8 and 10 rounds.
I see it the same way. That's what I got. 8 to 10 rounds. Round 8. Tronell Salter Sr., salute. Tronell Salter Sr., salute, brother. R. Stokes, salute. Jay Greatness, Reginald Fields, patrolling, salute. Yeah, Kurt. So, I think this is, this is good for Terence Crawford. Now, I said this, right, Kurt? Yeah, there they go, Emmanuel H. They can't help themselves. As soon as we start. But let me ask you this, Kurt. I said this, right? I said if Manny Pacquiao gets beat in dramatic fashion by Terence Crawford, and Errol Spence beats Yordenis Ugas and gets that belt in dramatic fashion, and they never fight, Kurt, that might be the biggest disappointment in the history of boxing. It just might be the biggest competition that never took place in the history of boxing. I think that would supersede Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe, Sugar Ray and
Aaron Pryor.
Aaron Pryor. You know, I just at this stage in their careers, for them not to fight for undisputed, Kurt, at this stage, both of them being undefeated, at this stage, and it don't take place in their prime, as they're young, they in their prime. It's not the same as Floyd was 37, Pacquiao was 35, or whatever age they was, and it's not the same. They are in their absolute prime for undisputed. If it don't take, and both of them are undefeated. Both of them undefeated. No losses on their resume. In the same weight class. And it don't take place, that would hurt the sport of boxing more than people think. That would be enormous. Ty Hill saluting the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. Thanks, Will, for giving boxing a platform for true boxing fans. What do you think about all the exhibition fights? Oscar last week and Cotto versus Marquez, Silva versus Chavez Jr. announced today. Miguel Cotto fight Marquez in an exhibition? I didn't even know about that. I heard about Anderson Silva and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya don't want exhibition. He wants real fights. It's not, man, it's entertainment. That's how I look at it. Just a form of entertainment. It's just a form of entertainment. Manny Pacquiao is 42. It's just a form of entertainment. And listen, entertainment in boxing form, I don't take, it's just like, I don't mind. I don't mind it. But Kurt, what do you think? Would that be the biggest disappointment in boxing?
One of the biggest disappointments. It'll be up there, right along with Sugar Ray Robinson, Charlie Burley, and like the other fights, Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis. It still bother Riddick Bowe to this day, and boxing fans to this day why they never fought. I said many times that the boxing gods they will present a fight to us when you have two top-notch fighters in the same division. Most of the times they could be undefeated. That fight is meant to happen. It's weird, but they're meant to fight each other. Like Ali and Frazier, they were both undefeated. One was the people's champion, one was the official world champion, and they fought. It was the hottest fight ever. That's not by mistake. Donald Curry and Milt McCrory was the two top welterweights. They fought. Trinidad and De La Hoya, they fought. Leonard Hearns, they fought. All within the welterweight division. So if Crawford beats Manny and Spence get a third belt, that will be the hottest fight on planet Earth. If they don't fight, it'll be catastrophic. It will be. It will take years for people to get over it. Boxing will suffer another black guy, which they had many, and boxing seems to correct itself. But this one right here will hurt, and it will hurt Crawford Spence, legacy, because you'll say, hey, these are the only two guys within the division that can beat each other. And it will be like a cardinal sin if they don't fight. And first things first though, let's see what happens June 5th. And then later on this year, let's see what happens with Spence and Ugas. But they're going to feel the pressure, and pressure busts pipes. If they both win in dramatic fashion, the crowd is going to be clamoring for that fight to happen.
Yeah, I agree. And now, Kurt, let me ask you this question. Is there any foreseeable way you see Manny Pacquiao winning this fight?
Any fighter has a chance. I done seen colossal upsets. I done seen surprises. Boxing is the theater of the unexpected. Crawford can run into something. He can get wobbled by something, but he's a far better fighter than he when he fought Gamboa. This is a big fight. The stakes is high. Terence Crawford is smart, but he has a lot of dog in him, and you can't change a guy when he has that dog in him. Vander Holyfield got hit. Larry Holmes got hit. It happens, but what they have in common, what Crawford has in common with those guys I just mentioned, is that he has great resiliency, and that's something you can't teach. That's an intangible that we don't talk about. He recovers very quickly. A lot of fighters can't do that. It's you get that's something that's naturally gifted or a fighter has organically. Yeah, he can win, but I just don't see it. I'm playing the fight out in my head. I see Crawford is the better boxer. Manny always had problems with boxers, Eric Morales and Floyd Mayweather. He wasn't competitive. That's why he had trouble with Juan Marquez. He got knocked out, in the fourth fight. Manny's a great fighter, but he does have weaknesses. His style is awkward. He's an in and out guy, relies on speed. We don't know how he's going to be at this age. He hasn't fought in 2 years. I wouldn't sell him short. So Crawford is always in shape. He's going to be in the best shape of his life, but he has to mentally prepare for a super fight. This is not a big fight. This is his first super fight, and that can be a problem if he doesn't prepare adequately for the fight. So he has to mentally and physically get himself ready.
Yeah. Now, Tay Hill, they said that what do you think about those exhibitions? I didn't even know about. You heard about Cotto and Marquez?
No, I heard about Silva and Chavez. I didn't hear about nothing about Cotto and Marquez.
Yeah. And Oscar don't want exhibition. He wants fights. He turned down the offer to fight UFC star in an exhibition bout. Oscar said he wanted a real fight. He don't want to fight no UFC stars. He don't want any type of exhibition gimmick type fights. He wants real fights.
Yeah, Oscar, I don't know. He got the bug somehow. Certain fighters, a lot of fighters, they have that bug they can never get rid of. It's like a narcotic, man. They hit a crowd and they had, certain fighters can't sleep. They have dreams. They throw punches and they sleep. They suffer from that. It's like a sickness, and they so used to fighting. They've been doing it so long. That's all they know. And evidently, he got the bug if he's serious. And I mean, he's 48, man. The last time you saw him in the ring, he was getting pummeled, he was getting beaten like a piñata. So, he shouldn't come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Anderson Silva versus Chavez, I don't mind that. It's just entertainment. You know what I mean? It's not. They saying Cotto June 12th in Marquez.
Wow, I didn't hear that.
In Miami.
Well, that Tyson and Jones opened up the doors for all of this, and like I said, I don't mind. It's like legends, getting one last shine. It's just like seeing an old great group perform in a concert one last time. So I understand if it can make money or they fighting just for exhibition, or for a great cause. Why not?
It's real. It's real. I just got the information.
What's real?
Miguel Cotto versus Juan Manuel Marquez in play for June 12th.
Well, I don't want to see guys coming out of retirement on the senior circuit and just messing up their legacy, man. I didn't mind Tyson and Jones, but it seems to open up, Pandora's box. And I don't want to see guys 60 years old, 55 and 50 coming back and looking, a shot of themselves, man. Enough is enough.
Mm-hmm. Edward Torres, salute. Yeah, they said it's exhibition. Abdul Anwar, my brother in Super Chat, he said, happy for Bud. However, as a longtime fight fan, this is not the one I'm looking for. Spence Crawford is a mega fight like Leonard Hagler has to happen. Yeah, I agree. Competitive wise, I would have much rather TDC LLC salute. Competitive wise, I would have much rather see Terence Crawford versus Sean Porter. But I'm not opposed to this fight. Joshua Tabak, my brother in Super Chat. If up to you, what would you set the betting line at? I don't know how that works, great brother, so I couldn't even tell you, man. I have no information on that, bro. I couldn't even tell you, man. Doggy Puppy said, you said Cotto. Yeah, Cotto's fighting one-man with Marquez June 12th. Eugene Aaron III, my brother in the super chat. He said, what Crawford going to do if Pac show up? You talking about if Pac-Man turn back the clock? That's the thing. Even in his absolute prime, I think Terence Crawford gives him problems. So it doesn't. Deshaun Jones, salute. I don't really see Bro Unique, salute. I don't see, being a much difference. The businessman, salute. I don't see it being much difference. Stiff jab, salute. Daniel Stanley, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. Salute Blue Blood and Kurt, the historian. Bud finally got to fight Pac-Man instead of Porter. It's still a duck to me. Man. What'd you say to that, Kurt?
I wouldn't call it a duck. For some reason, he wants Manny Pacquiao, name on his ledger. He gives Manny Pacquiao that seems to be his dream fight, and the way it sounds, he's getting his dream fight, much to my surprise. But let's see what happens if he beats Manny Pacquiao. If we can get Terence Crawford to fight Pacquiao, Porter, and Spence, or Pacquiao and Spence, then it's a win for us, the fans, especially Spence. If you could fit Porter in there, that'd be great. Then we can't say nothing. But he seems to, have this thing about Manny Pacquiao. Certain fighters always wanted to go after other certain fighters because they see something, or like Antonio Tarver, he had almost an obsession with Roy Jones. Used to, dog him in his press conferences and things like that. It's always been like that in boxing history. But let's see what happens with Crawford and Pacquiao. Now he wants to fight. Now he has to go out and win it.
Mm-hmm. He's looking for it. Now you gotta. If he go in there and lose, Kurt,
oh boy,
he'll never live it down.
Everything he worked for will be null and void. He will be, you're the guy that lost to the old man, and he was never that good. And I told you, he stepped up, and he wasn't all that. And y'all say he isn't. He was never pound for pound. Now you want to fight, and now you have to go win it. So the pressure is on.
Mm-hmm. JT, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, so Manny doing MMA with Connor in Ireland, then gonna go to the LA for Ryan, then fly to Abu Dhabi for Bud, then catch a bus to Dubai to watch AJ versus Fury in 175-degree heat. Got it. Yeah, man. This is boxing, man. A big part of the reason why we love boxing is because of the unknown, Kurt.
Boxing always have you guessing, man, and they always throw you a curveball when you're expecting fastball down the middle, and you sitting dead red, and screwball, and there's always a shock. You just never know what was working behind the scenes in boxing negotiations.
Yep. Mr. G, salute. Gutter Boy Jock, salute. What if Errol lose? Say if Errol lose, it's different. Errol's fought better opposition, right? So if Errol lose, it's going to be the narrative on Errol Spence is not the same as it is for Terence Crawford. The narrative with Terence Crawford is that he hasn't fought anybody. That's not the case with Errol Spence. Errol Spence beat 3 Hall of Famers already. Terence Crawford is admitting to not having fought a Hall of Famer nor secure a big legacy fight. So, you got to look at it from that standpoint. But if Errol loses to Yordenis Ugas, that's going to be a huge upset. That's what that would be. That's what that's going to be. Hey man, anything can happen in boxing. Oliver McCall knocked out Lennox Lewis. Anything can happen. Solo Productions, my brother in Super Chat. He said, salute Blue and Kurt. Some people got to be grateful for fights like this, even if we don't get the fights we want. That's the problem. Solo Productions. I'm going to tell you why. Like we was told on this show a few weeks ago, AOB easy, salute. We get what we pay for in the sport of boxing, not what we want. Far too often. Far too often we get what we pay for and not what we want. And we settle. And we settle. Far too often. And that should never be the case. That should never be the case. Fat Cat Shadow Boxing, salute. It just shouldn't be the case. You know, I like Kurt. I like the fact that, you know, they're looking at that July 3rd fight for Errol Spence Ugas because of the 4th of July. 4th of July falls on a Sunday, July 3rd. I like that idea. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, some of the biggest fights took place on holidays, July 4th. In Japan, it's a big Boxing Day on New Year's Eve. They usually have a big boxing card over there. So, I think that has a nice ring to it. Fighting on a Memorial Day weekend or July 4th. I like the idea. So if they can make it happen during that weekend, Spence and Ugas, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm. I'm your king now said, what Hall of Famers did Errol Spence fight? Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia. All Hall of Famers. Sean Porter arguably has the best resume, win, lose, or draw in boxing currently right now between himself and Manny Pacquiao. Mikey Garcia is a 4-division world champion. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Danny Garcia is a 2-division former unified world champion and a welterweight champion. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame. There you have the 3 Hall of Famers on his resume. Is Lamont Peterson a Hall of Famer? Don't think so. Von and Steph TV, my brother in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the Super Chat. I don't see Bud losing this fight. He's too versatile and very good all-around boxer. Plus, Bud is not Keith Thurman. He's going to take this fight real serious. I'm just happy to see a good fight. I agree. And remember, Keith Thurman struggled with Josito Lopez just the fight before the Manny Pacquiao fight, Kurt. Looked like he was going to get stopped by Josito Lopez.
Yeah, Keith Thurman is not as strong as Bud mentally. That plays a big part. I kind of knew that he wasn't going to beat Manny. Manny got him at the right time, man, and that's why he lost. And he lost by a split decision because he killed his own momentum. You cannot go into a big fight where you're on the downside of your career. It's more than likely going to lose each and every time, man. I like Bud coming into this fight. He's on the 6-fight knockout streak, so you feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You feel comfortable because he knocked out Brook in impressive fashion. So you feel comfortable with him going into a fight. Being a hot fighter. Instead of him struggling like Keith Thurman did with Josito Lopez.
Mm-hmm. SG in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the Super Chat. Bud is about to tap into a huge international fan base that he knows Spence is the man in. People forge Manny is a rock star. Forget Manny is a rock star internationally. This only makes Crawford versus Spence bigger down the road. Oh, I agree. Galvatron, my brother in the Super Chat, he said Errol not losing. Did y'all see Ugas' last fight? Oh yeah, I agree. Only the Funk, my brother in the Super Chat, he's dropping that half a dub on us in the Super Chat. He said, peace, Blue and Kurt, a little bit of sweet. Wanted to see Spence. Wouldn't doubt if Bud retired if he win. Going back to the Thurman fight, what were the key factors to Pac's win? And I doubt it works on Bud. Yo, it's not going to work on Terence Crawford. Absolutely not. And I want to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I knew that wasn't going to happen next either, though. And I'm glad it didn't happen next because I wanted Terence Crawford and Errol Spence to be for undisputed. I wanted one of them to get that belt. So I wanted it to be for undisputed. The super fight. Can you imagine, Kurt, them fighting for undisputed? Oh, man.
And that'd be fantastic.
Oh, man. That's a dream come true, man. And I listen, if Terence Crawford, from what he recently stated, if I wasn't responsible for so many people, I would be retired already. I wouldn't be surprised if he retired. Would you, Kurt?
I will be. To be honest, I just have a feeling if he beats Manny Pacquiao in impressive fashion, I think he'll feel so good about himself. Maybe he'll look twice at the Spence scenario. That's what I guess I'm looking at it as a boxing fan perspective. But something just tell me, I just got an inkling that he'll look at things differently. Maybe it's been frustrating for so long, and he thought he wasn't going to get the Manny Pacquiao fight. And since he's getting his dream fight, it appears to be, maybe he'll see things differently. Just maybe. I'm just looking at it, the glass half full instead of half empty, though.
Yeah. And Kurt, is Lamont Peterson a Hall of Famer in your eyes?
No,
Yeah,
no,
me neither.
no.
Brother Bishop in the super chat, he said, "What's the best fight you've seen, Blue and Kurt, or your favorite anyway?" He said, "My favorite was Ike Corte versus Oscar De La Hoya. Not the best fight, but my favorite." Recently, my favorite fight recently. Give me 2 bottles, 3 bottles of water. Okay. Recently, my favorite fight in recent time was. It's going to surprise a lot of people when I say this, but my favorite fight recently is Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko. I can't stop watching that fight. I love that fight. I don't know why. I just love it. You're back and forth, and I know the ending, but I love it. My all-time favorite fight is Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns, the first fight. And that's a 50-50 because between that fight and the Hagler fight, I love both of those fights. And then my third all-time, so they're both I can't decide. Those are my all-time favorites. And then my one of my top 3 favorite fights all time was Floyd Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti because of the precision and the way he just delivered that fight, man. That and Diego Corrales fight, those are my 5 favorite fights. Anthony Joshua, Vladimir Klitschko, Leonard Hearns, Leonard Hagler, Floyd and Corrales, and Floyd and Gotti. I don't know why. Those 5 fights, I can't stop. I could watch them at any point in time, and I get the same reaction. I love those 5 fights. But what's yours, Kurt?
Wow, man. Bazooka Lamone versus Bobby Chacon, the 4th fight. Everybody should look at that fight. That's Rafael Bazooka Lamone versus Bobby Chacon. That fight was incredible. Rocky fights wasn't even that good. Matthew Saad Muhammad versus Yaki Lopez, 1 and 2. They both was good. Fight of the years. Who else? This fight I was at the Garden. Y'all probably don't know this one, but it's on YouTube. Ike Padilla versus Leland Hardy. Leland Hardy was a manager for Master P, but he was a fighter. I was at the Garden for that fight. That's the best fight I've seen live. Back and forth, knockdown, drag out. That one and one of my favorite fights is another one is Humberto Gonzalez versus a dude from Thailand, Salman Setcharong. I know I butchered his name, but look that fight up. That fight was incredible because that's when they had fights at the Great Western Forum in Los Angeles in the early to mid '90s. A lot of history in that building with the Mexican fighters. Another one was, of course, Castillo and Corrales. The first one, the first Gatti and Ward, Ali and Frazier 1 and 3. Uh, uh, Bobby Chacon versus Art Frias. That's a great fight, and one of my favorites, if not the favorite, is Leonard Hearns because they switched roles. Leonard was the boxer, Hearns was the puncher, and then the second half of the fight, Hearns became the boxer and Leonard the puncher. That was an incredible fight. So all the fights I just mentioned, go watch them. You can't go wrong. It'll make you fall back in love with boxing.
Yep, I agree. You know what other fight I like, Kurt?
What's that?
George Foreman and Ron Lyle.
Yeah, that was a classic, man. That's an absolute war. And another one of my favorite, I don't know if I said it, it's the best undercard fight I've ever seen. That was Rafael Gomez versus Lupe Pintor. That was on the undercard of Tommy Hearns and Rafael Benitez.
Yeah, it's a lot of action-packed fights, man. Big Dose 513, brother in the super chat. He said, Kurt Sugar, the truth, man. We appreciate you too, family. Please do a pick'em show with Blue before the big fights, because win or lose, I'm riding with you.
Oh, Big Dose, man. So salute to you, man. Thank you for the kind words.
Yeah, Kurt does it. Kurt does it on Fridays before the fights anyway. Caps and Full G, my brother in the super chat. What qualify you a Hall of Famer in your opinion? Your accomplishments, the level of opponents, and your accomplishments. Win, lose, or draw, in my opinion. Action-packed fights. If guys like Arturo Gatti is in the Hall of Fame because he was simply in action-packed fights, then you can, how can you say Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Mikey Garcia is not? You know what I mean? Accomplishments and the level of opponent and the excitement you deliver. So that's mine. What's yours, Kurt?
Well, you just said it. Accomplishments, longevity, resume. That's the itinerary for me getting in the Hall of Fame. And I love Arturo Gatti. I met him at ringside boxing lounge in Jersey City. Him and Mike Tyson. Nice guy, man. Nice guy. But to be honest with you, nothing against Gatti, but Hall of Fame's supposed to be for special fighters, and they kind of watered it down. So good fighters are getting in, but it's supposed to be for special fighters. You have good, you have great, and you have special fighters. It's supposed to be for those selected few, but now they letting anybody in. Gatti was well liked because he was a blood and guts warrior. So I was kind of against it, but he has the sentimental vote, so that's why he got in.
And Kurt, if Sylvester Stallone character and for Rocky could get in the Hall of Fame,
that's a joke. That's a joke. They treat him like he's real, though. They
treat him like he's real, like he's a real fighter. So if he going in the Hall of Fame, like you said, Kurt, they watered down the Hall of Fame. My brother Mike Hughes in the super chat dropping that $250 on us in the super chat. If Bud fights Manny and ends up stopping him, is the pressure still on Spence to make the 60-40 split? It's going to be pressure on both guys to make that fight happen. It depends, again, not how he beats Manny Pacquiao, but it's going to depend on how well the fight produces. The live gate, the pay-per-view sales, that's what's going to count. Because if Errol Spence matches them against Ugas and he matches them in pay-per-view sales and gate sales, well, and he picks up a third belt, well, nothing is going to change. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, it's business. It's very important. You need a high selling pay-per-view to use as a bargaining chip, especially with Crawford pay-per-views being in the tank. So if the Pacquiao fight does well, which I think it will, it's going to do pretty good, then he could use it as a bargaining chip. And, pressure going to be on both guys. They got to get the fight done somehow. If Terence Crawford go in there and knock Manny out and the fight does well, so the results is in his favor, and the business is his favor, then it's going to put pressure on Spence. And Spence can be like, okay, 50-50. That's not really a bad thing. Both guys getting paid, but somehow this fight has to be made, man, if they both win. Because remember, Joshua and Wilder supposed to have fought, and both of them got knocked out in the same round, which was the seventh. So that's kind of an irony thing.
Hey, Kurt, Wilder got stopped in the seventh. Joshua got knocked out in the seventh. Dillian White got knocked out in the seventh by Joshua.
Yeah, I mean, boxing. When you look at boxing, boxing will give you eye winks and I told you so when you look closely at things. The naked eye ain't going to see it, but once you look at boxing, like you operating on somebody like a neurosurgeon, things will begin to open up. And you'd be like, oh man, this happened and that happened. It's weird how that happened. So, yeah, absolutely.
Salute Daniel Staley in the super chat. BFTB really broke down Bud's career in boxing. Bud has been avoiding for a long time. He avoided AB for 5 years. Facts. He avoided AB? Nah.
Who avoided AB?
Terence Crawford.
Nah, Crawford will beat the bajabbers. I had to change my words. Crawford will beat the bajabbers out of AB like an old rented mule.
Yeah, I can't. I don't remember. I don't remember that how that went, but I don't. I can't see that. I don't. I gotta. Daniel Staley. I gotta do my research on that, but I can't see him not fighting Adrian Broner.
1 second, Blue. I'd like to, give thanks to Sean M and the Cash App, man, and much appreciated, Sean. You always support the channel, myself, man, and it makes me feel good where I can share my knowledge with all you guys, man, and we could talk boxing as a family and as a community. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Mark Darnell, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. I believe Undisputed game plan is the game plan. One fight in June, the other fighting in July. Spence wins and now has 3 belts. Crawford wins, Undisputed on the line for Cinco de Mayo 2021. Oh, that's a long way off, bro. That would be a long way off. That would be nearly a year. That would be nearly a year. That they're not gonna wait till 2022, Cinco de Mayo. I can see them fighting at the end of the year in December for Undisputed, maybe early 2022. But Cinco de Mayo, no, that's too far off. But I can see the game plan being for them to fight for Undisputed and maximize on this fight to its maximum capacity. I can see that.
Always been a lot of big fights in November, man. We're lucky. I'm telling you, if they both win in dramatic fashion, they have nowhere to go. And the fans don't know the power they possess because they can put pressure on these guys like we did Mayweather and Pacquiao. Because everywhere they went, celebrity, nondescript person, a regular old Joe kept asking both of them when you're going to fight each other, and they had no place to go but fight each other. That's pressure, bust pipes, and we have we the fans. I'm talking to everybody in the chat. You have a lot more power than you think because I talk to fighters. They listen to this platform and other platforms.
Armin Hunt, my brother in the super chat. Pacquiao went to 2 of EJ fights and he picks Bud. Pac must see more holes in Bud's skill set. It can't be about money. I believe that. I believe that Terence Crawford shows more vulnerabilities than Errol Spence, and Pacquiao feel like he can, take advantage of them. I don't know how right he is, but I believe that could be the case. We saw him he takes more chances than Errol Spence. Manny Pacquiao don't like to fight guys that's not going to take chances. He wants you to take chances. So that could be the case. He showed up to Errol Spence's fights, didn't take the fight, but again, I don't believe that to be the case. I believe the reason he's choosing Terence Crawford is because they're going to give him a number he can't refuse. $40 million, he's not going to get that from Errol Spence or anybody else. If there's $50 million on the table, they're going to negotiate, $40 million? No. They're not going to do that. You ain't Floyd Mayweather, bro. You lost 7 times and 3 draws. You know what I mean? But Terence Crawford has been eager for this fight for so long, he'll concede to that. Abdul Anwar, my brother in the super chat, he said best fight I ever saw, Pryor versus Arguello 1 and 2, and the Vasquez fights. Oh, those fights was great too, bro. Kurt, let me get through these super chats real quick before we lose them. Eugene Aaron III, my brother in the super chat. Nah, I'm in the super for this. Nah, I'm in the super for this. Not even the Wilder Brazil fight. Huh? Did I read that wrong, Kurt? Yeah, nah, I'm in the super for this. Oh, I'm in the super chat for this. Not even the Wilder Brazil fight. Question mark.
I'm busy talking. I'm on mute. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand what he's saying, Eugene Aaron III. I don't understand what you're saying.
No, I'm in the super for I think he forgot to put a word down.
Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying, great brother. Southport Boxing Media, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Salute Blue, salute King. Mine is Diego Chico Corrales versus Jose Luis Castillo 1. Oh yeah, that was action packed for sure. Big Dose 513 back in the super chat. My favorite is Hagler versus Mugabe. Can't go wrong with that. Von and Steph TV back in the super chat. What about Diego Corrales and Luis Castillo? Yeah, that was action packed, but it wasn't my favorite. It was definitely action packed, but it wasn't my favorite, man. Trevor Franklin, salute my brother in the super chat. He said, looks like Bud will resign. Manny helps his legacy, but Bud still needs that dance partner before he hangs the gloves up. EJ versus Bud 2022. I agree. I definitely think he needs to, still have some more. But that's not the way Terence Crawford views it. He already views himself as surefire Hall of Famer. So Kareem Towns, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. Salute, Kareem Towns. Appreciate you, great brother. Christopher Schaefer, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said Bud should stop Manny, but that will give Manny his best chance, which is to catch Bud in exchange. That's what made Manny's career. The dog and Bud makes him trade at times. That's a fact. But that's why Manny wants to fight, because Manny, he'll accept it because he feel like Terence Crawford gonna give him openings. Solo production, my brother in the super chat, once again dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. My favorite fighter in today's time is Tank Davis. What's your take on him, Blue? Kurt, you think he go down as one of the greats? I'm gonna get to that. We'll get to that solo production. I want to get through the super chats real quick before we lose him. But solo productions, I'm gonna get right back to that. Jermaine Bean, my brother in the super chat. Kurt, I know you're looking forward to the Jamie Foxx Tyson movie and the Jack Johnson movie. I hear that's in the works. Yeah, I watched the what's the name last night too, the Lennox Lewis one. Kurt. KDDR7989, my brother in super chat. Salute Blue, celebrating this future Crawford catching living legend, first ballot Hall of Famer Pacquiao, and him selling big on the live gate and getting over 400K pay-per-view buys. Those replays going to be wow. Hashtag legacy move. Salute to my brother KDDR7989, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Much love to you, great brother. Dwayne Fuller, my brother in the super chat, dropping the dub on us in the super chat. Kurt, he said, salute my brothers Blue and Kurt. It's a shame my wife started watching boxing because of me, and she asked me, why aren't these guys fighting each other? Yeah, that's what happens, bro. When they drag their feet, it's the casuals get involved and they start getting disappointed. Tim Petty 19, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Blue, I think Bud and Spence should do 40-40 and the winner take 20%. This is the words of Bob Arum. What you think, bro? That's not going to happen. That don't happen in the sport of boxing. Bob Arum knows that. Bob Arum know that ain't going to happen. That's Bob Arum a way of deflecting. He know that ain't going to happen. Timothy Dorsey, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Bud Duck AB. Man, Bud will have this AB. AB and Danny Garcia got low when they seen Bud coming. Now that's a fact. Yeah, I don't think either one of them stood a chance to beat Terence Crawford. Black Preacher Man, boxing fans, Caleb, salute my brother in the super chat. He said, best fight, Foreman Frazier, best punch I ever seen when Foreman lifted Frazier off the mat. Yeah, that was classic. That was classic, man. Hold on. What's blazing in sports? My brother in the super chat. He said, here's two for the crew. Salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you 1,000%, great brother. Danny Staley in the super chat once again, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. I'm putting my money on Pac-Man and we'll take some bets too. Let me know. Man, don't do it. Don't do it, great brother. Terence Trent, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. Appreciate you, Terence Trent. Much love to you, great brother. All right, so the great brother stated about let's see where it go. Let me see. He asked us about where's it going? About Tank Davis. Do you think Tank Davis is going to be an all-time great, Kurt?
That's hard to say right now, but Tank can fight, man. I'm very impressed with Tank because he's a slugger, but he's not crude. He can box. He sets up his punches, and those are the best kind of knockout artists. The one who boxes and build blocks for a knockout, meaning he sets it up. Tank is a tough out for anybody. If he can stay out the street and dedicate himself, he can be. But I've seen a lot of fighters suffer from the what could have been syndrome and never got there. But the way it looks, Tank is like really, really good. Great. That's a quantum leap. It remains to be seen. Time will tell.
Yeah, I agree. I utter the same sentiments, Kurt. Same sentiments. We got to still. He has all the tools, but we got to see it. We got to see it. We got to see it play out. We thought the same thing about Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner is a 4-division champion. He's going to go in the Hall of Fame, but it's still a lot to be desired with his career. So, to be an all-time great, I don't know about being an all-time great. We still got to see how that unfolds. What other questions did we miss, Kurt?
That's the only one I remember so far.
If Buzz fights Manny and ends up stopping him, the pressure's still on Spence to make 60-40. We responded to that. Salute my brothers, Kurt. It's a shame. My wife. I think we got all of them, right?
Yeah, that's the only one I can remember that wasn't a question for him.
Yeah. Salute Reginald Rainey in the super chat, dropping that dub on us in the super chat. He said, where's the fight going to be? What is it, Kurt? How do you pronounce it?
Ain't it Dubai?
Yeah, but it's Abu Dhabi or something like that.
Abu something.
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah, over there. They playing for the site fee. Them sheiks spending big money for them fights.
Yeah. It's what is it? Abu, I can't pronounce it. Let me see. Abu Dhabi. Yep, it's Abu Dhabi. Yeah, it's Abu Dhabi. DP Rocket said the Hall of Fame, they made it. Yeah, they made it a joke, man. Yep, Abu Dhabi. Ahmed Hunt, my brother back in the super chat. I will faint if Pacquiao Gamboa's bud. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Star City J, salute. Matrix Theory, salute. Deshaun Giles, salute. David Allday Jr., salute. Jelani Everin, my brother, salute. Blood Boxing, what's good with you, blood? Meant to by Hotep, salute. Go shade to you. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a possibility, but I don't see it. Even if he does, he recovers quickly. He'll recover. Danny Blakeney, salute my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, let's talk money. Pac versus Bud, 500K pay-per-view buys at $100. That's 50 million plus 4 million for a live gate. They need to do 600K to make the money work and the networks to make money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. And then you look at it, Bay Area Boxing Talk. Salute, great brother. Eggio 5611, BK Don 718, Henry Smith, salute. Londo McWashington, salute. Naughty Crash, salute. God's Dog, salute, my brother. Yeah, they definitely gonna have to do big numbers, man. You know, how do you see? Kurt? What do you see the numbers doing?
Crawford and Pacquiao, 400,000.
Yeah. What about the live gate? Because let me ask you this: does the live gate count, Kurt, in this case? Because it's not going to be fans that's buying it.
I wouldn't think so. The site fee, they depended heavy on that site fee money. I wouldn't think so about the live gate because they're not going to have a capacity crowd. I don't think. But I don't know. I would say 400,000.
Yeah, I think it's going to be about 400,000. I don't. 500,000 is where I see it topping off. Pause. That's where I see it. You know, maxing out. Borky 801 salute. You know, so he said that he broke that down, Kurt. He said they need to do 600K to make their money back and to make
profit. Yeah, he's right too. Yeah, he did the math. That's right. To make that money. Yep.
So now we know if it don't do 600K, they ain't make no profit.
Nope. It depends on promotion too. If they promote it right, then and they promote it early, then it can exceed 400,000. You know, it all depends on promotion too.
Mm-hmm. But in these times, Kurt, do you think it is going to be able to promote it in the manner that it's needed to be?
You know, that's a good question. I doubt it, but the fans are not stupid. It's a competitive fight. They're going to see Manny as a legend. People like seeing legends get knocked off. You know, one last hurrah. And they want to see is Terence Crawford as good as they say he is. And he just doesn't have a big name. We know him because we're hardcore boxing fans. But I don't know, 600,000 to me is a stretch. If it does that, then then I'll be a bit surprised because without Floyd or a big name, Manny did okay numbers, not as good as I thought he did when I look at his numbers, but 400,000, 450 max.
Mm-hmm. Volvo World Boxing and Super Chat, salute to you. He said, appreciation for the content, Blue. Much love to you, great brother. Appreciate you, Volvo World Boxing. Malik Walker, my brother in the Super Chat. What's your thoughts on Tim Bradley saying he picks a prime Bud over a prime Floyd? Timothy Bradley is just being a homer. There's no other way to slice it. Malik Walker. There's no way. Like, what is he talking about? Like, come on, brother. I mean, I said there's no way. Well, it is a way. He's entitled to his opinion, but come on, man. What you think about that, Kurt?
Nah, Bud is a very good fighter. Floyd is special. Bud wouldn't beat Floyd. Floyd, too educated of a fighter, too smart, man. You know, it would look if you go and look at Bud and Brook in the early rounds, Floyd would beat him, but Floyd would stick to the game plan, and he will frustrate Crawford. Floyd was a handful, man. He did everything right. He was truly a special fighter. I know Floyd like the back of his hand, like the back of my hand, I should say. But you know, nah. And Floyd was just on another level. And Crawford, you know, is a very very good fighter, but it's hard to assess his career because he hasn't fought that name god. You know, Manny Pacquiao fight ain't going to do it. If he go up there and beats Porter, and dominate Spence, then I'll be like, man, this guy, man, would have been a handful for anybody. But beating Mayweather, now only a very few welterweights in history would have beat Floyd.
Yeah, I agree, Kerr. I agree. Andres Ortiz, my brother in the super chat. Bud might get some good money fighting Pacquiao. He says, but it's a lose-lose for his career. If he beats Pac-Man, he beat an older fighter, and if he lose, it would be devastating for his career. I agree because of the perception. It's the way he's perceived. Salute to my brother Dwayne Fuller in the super chat, dropping that $500 on us in the super chat. He said, Blue, here's some extra since I couldn't get in yesterday. Blessings to you and Kurt. Got to grind. Peace. Peace to you, great brother Dwayne Fuller. Appreciate you 1,000%, man.
You said Blood was in the building?
Yeah, he was in here.
Oh, for real, Blood. What's going on, Blood?
At least I know I saw him in here. I know I saw him in here. Quincy Carter, my brother in the super chat. What happens to Bud career if he signs back to Top Rank? Nothing. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same old story it is right now. There ain't gonna be no Manny Pacquiao's for him to fight though. Everybody else on the other side of the street. Smash the like button, man. We should be at 2.3K right now. Get the likes to 2.3K. If you haven't smashed the like button, smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. What you think happens to his career if he resigns? And Kurt, that's a good question. Do you think he's going to resign if he get this Pacquiao fight, Kurt? Because I think he get this Pacquiao fight, he's going to be satisfied and he's going to resign.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, man. I'm just being optimistic, but I kind of know the answer. I don't want him to resign, but more than likely he will resign because, like you said, he'll be satisfied.
Yep.
He will be satisfied because this is the only fight he ever wanted.
Yep. Timothy brother in the super chat. He said, "Why do they say Bud's chin is suspect when he is undefeated and only been down once? Gamboa was knocking out everyone when he faced back. Knocking out everyone he faced back then. Yeah, Gamboa is slick, man. Gamboa had power, man. Gamboa is awkward. You know, Gamboa's style though is somewhat reminiscent of Manny Pacquiao's, just in an orthodox standpoint. But he don't have the quick feet that Manny Pacquiao has. And Terence Crawford recovers quickly. You know, this is boxing. He's gonna get hit, right? He's going to get hit. You know what I mean? So he got hit. He got, he was arguably down. That's the only time he was down in his career with that Ugas Kavalauskas fight, right, Kirk? I don't remember him hitting the deck ever before.
Was he down early in his career? No, I don't think so. But listen, people they get carried away with the chin thing because when a fighter get hits on the chin, especially the punches he don't see, then he's going to feel it. He's going to have a reaction. Like people talk about Chavez chin, and he had a granite chin, but remind you, Chat and Blue, Frankie Randall is not Ernie Shavers. What happened when Frankie Randall hit him with that counter straight right hand down the pipe? He did major damage to Chavez. And Chavez been hit by harder punches that didn't have an effect. But when the fighter get hit on the sweet spot, which is the chin, then things is going to happen. When you could take that, like Marvin Hagler or George Chuvalo or Oliver McCall, those are the guys with the granite special chins. They are an anomaly. But, fighters that get hit, a lot of fighters been hurt. I mean, every fighter you can name been hurt. Mayweather, Purnell was out on his feet against Whitaker, Ali against Sir Henry Cooper, Sugar Ray Robinson. They all been hurt. The creme de la creme. They all been hurt. It's boxing. You're going to get hit.
Right, exactly. Like you're not going to get out of there without getting hit. Now, some people chin is stronger or weaker than others. Amir Khan, compared to Shane Mosley. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, Terry Nars, Julian Jackson. They
yeah.
didn't have the best chins, you know.
But I mean, it's just boxing. It's just you know, Floyd Mayweather had a great chin, man.
Very underrated chin. Very. I mean, he got hurt against Chop Chop Corley, Shane Mosley. Shane knocked people out with that punch.
Yep. Yep. And Zab Judah buzzed him too.
Yep. And you know, I mean, when you can't teach anybody to have a great chin. You get hit on the chin, you can go. That's why you're taught to tuck your chin,
Right.
like James Toney or Bernard Hopkins.
Right. Trice, my brother in the super chat, he said Abu Dhabi is 11 hours ahead of the West Coast in the U.S. and 8 hours ahead of the East Coast. Who is going to watch that fight live? So what? They're 11 hours ahead of the West Coast, right, Kurt? So that means, what time would that have to be, Kurt?
That's going to have to be in the afternoon. It's going to have to be what 2 or 3 in the afternoon then.
Right? Yeah. The 2 in the afternoon to us is what 10 o'clock, right? So, but that means it would be 11 in the morning in the West Coast.
No, West Coast is 3 hours difference in us, so it would be
Yeah, it'd be 11.
Yeah, 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. 2 to us, 2 p.m. to us would be 11 in the morning to the West Coast.
Yeah, they're gonna have the stage in the afternoon. I like afternoon cards. That's why the zone have an afternoon card. I'll be hyped 2 or 3 in the afternoon and get my pad. I like that time frame for some reason.
Because 4 o'clock would be 10 or 12 at night to them. So that would be 1 o'clock to LA. That would be 4 o'clock to us here, and that would be what is that? 12 o'clock at night for them.
Yeah, they gotta cater to us because we're in the States.
Right. So 4 o'clock. I guess it'll be, and that's not far fetched. 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, they gotta have an afternoon.
So it would be 4 o'clock here in New York. It would be 3 in Texas. It would be 1 o'clock in LA. That's not bad.
Well, the way the summer look, maybe we can get Spence and Ugas in July, Crawford Pacquiao in June, and May we can get we got Ramirez and Taylor. So
Right. So that fight needs to take place at 4 p.m. because LA is used to things taking place at 1 o'clock. The Lakers games, the football games, 1 o'clock, because the 49ers come on at 4 to us. The Rams, the 49ers, so that's 1 o'clock to them. So our afternoon games, when you get the primetime games, 4 o'clock, that's 1 o'clock in LA. So you say 1 o'clock in LA, that's not bad. 4 p.m. in New York, 3 o'clock in Texas, that's good. You ain't get the Saturday all the way started yet. You know what I mean? Have Boy Jr. 83, my brother in Super Chat. He said, "What if Bud beats Pac and then retires? Oh, then it's over."
I'll be very disappointed.
Yeah, if he did that, it's over, and his career is always going to be seen as a disappointment. L Dub salute.
That would be disheartening, because you didn't fight the man that's a major threat to you, which is Spence. Them the only ones that can beat each other.
Mm-hmm.
In that division, they go up, they both losing, but that's another story. But I want to see them fight each other. That's it.
Yeah. Salute,
that's like Leonard not fighting Hearns. Go ahead, Blue.
Yeah, L Dub said. Lawrence Williams, he said, don't forget Pacquiao versus Horn was prime time in the States, and they fight in the morning in Australia and have 4 million views. They will figure something out for sure. The fight is going to have to go over there early, though.
Yeah, because they got to cater to us, man. The biggest media market.
If Terence Crawford retired after this fight, it would be a disappointment, and it would be on a lot left to be desired. Leon Norris, my brother in the super chat. Are we believing Bob Arum this time? Joshua versus Fury were in talks too. Uh, the difference here is that Manny Pacquiao's team is saying the same thing, and they don't have Deontay Wilder sticking point. They don't have the same hurdles. The only hurdle is if Manny Pacquiao simply is not on board. After that, it's different, because Deontay Wilder's in arbitration and things of that nature. So there's no hurdles in this case. Black Preacher Man, boxing fan, Caleb, salute my brother in super chat. What about NBA playoffs at fight time? Oh, the NBA playoffs is in June, Kurt? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But would they have a game at that time? They might.
We don't know, but I mean, there's been NBA playoff games and sporting events where there's a big fight, so I don't think that's going to stop it.
Yeah, I think if there is NBA games, they're going to be on. They're going to come on after, because it would only be 2 games on Saturday anyway. So they'll probably come on around. The first game will probably be around 7, and the other game will probably be around 9:30, something like that. So they're seeing as though it'll be, you got ESPN involved, they'll work around it. Sean P, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, support the grind. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, King. 1000%, man. Dr. Professor, salute. Yeah, they'll figure out. Seeing as though ESPN is involved, they'll figure a way around it. They'll schedule the games, to cater to both. A62, Shawal, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you. Much love to you, brother. A62 Shawal, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you. Quincy Carter, brother in the super chat. Funny how when Bud contract is almost up, now Bob finally gives him the Manny fight. Oh, it ain't funny. It ain't a coincidence either. It was done on purpose. B-Rail 87 salute. Oh, they want to secure him. They know if they deliver the fight, like me and Kurt said, he's going to be satisfied. He's going to be comfortable with it. He got what he want out the deal. Here's the thing about Terence Crawford. It doesn't matter when. Like, for instance, right? Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 2.5. If you haven't smashed the like button, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 2.5K. Robert Garcia said something interesting, right, Kurt? He said that Terence Crawford came up to him and said, yeah, you got this win after they beat Maurice Hooker. He told him, yeah, you got this win, but we 2-2 against you. We even. And Robert was like, what are you talking about? He didn't know what he's talking about. And he said, yeah, remember I beat 2 of your fighters in the amateurs. So he was like, why are we talking about the Junior Olympics or something like that? And he said, Terence Crawford was like, no, a win is a win. And he was like, I guess,
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he said, "What are you talking about? Talking about the amateurs? Yeah, that's Bud though. That's Bud in a nutshell. He'll count anything. That's Bud. He's a competitor. I could tell.
Right.
But yeah, but speaking on that, I don't think Virgil Ortiz is going to get to Crawford because Crawford got bigger fish to fry. Even though he's number 2 in the WBO rankings. I believe. But I want to see Pacquiao. Well, I didn't want to see it, but it's probably here. Pacquiao, Porter, and Spence. If he wants to retire after those 3 fights, then hey, as long as he fight those guys I just mentioned, I'm fine with that. Virgil Ortiz, just wait for Jerron Ennis. He's coming.
Mm-hmm. Chef Fred 4, my brother in the super chat. Do y'all think the WBA will reinstate Pac-Man to super champ to get a piece of the pie? We know how these sanction bodies are. I wouldn't be surprised. What about you, Kurt?
Man, nah, because I done seen him do some wicked stuff before. I would not be shocked at all, man.
No, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised at all whatsoever. 862 Shawal, my brother, back in that super chat once again. He said, Spence move up. Who beating him and why? Those guys are big up there, man. Those are guys are big up there, man. I'm not saying that he won't be successful up there, but those dudes are big up there, man. You know, but obviously him and Jamel Charlo is never gonna fight. So that would be the biggest fight up there, but they're never gonna fight. Can J-Rock beat Errol Spence? No, I don't think so. Lubin is big. Can he beat Errol Spence? Maybe. I still pick Spence to win the fight. Can Hurd beat Errol Spence? No, I don't think so. He's very, very big. I don't know, man. Those dudes are big up there, though, man. They're very big. Errol Spence is not as big as people make him out to be. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, I think those guys are dangerous. I think Charlo will beat Bud, and Tony Harrison will be a very dangerous fight for Spence because he's a. I was looking at the fight the other day, and I tell you, man, Harrison, if he can tweak some things, but he gets he seems to lose concentration in the second half of the fight, but naturally he may be the best boxer in that division. He could box his behind off, man. You know, he has a beautiful right hand, a nice jab, and he was touching Charlo in the second fight, but he just have lapses, and I hate fighting with mental lapses, but those guys up there are big, they can box, and they can punch. You know, so Spence and Crawford move up there, they got problems.
And I said this. Tony Harrison is a better pure boxer than Erislandy Lara, Kurt.
He is. Charlo just threw the right punch at the right time. He was throwing the left hook, but he surprised Harrison because he went to the body, then he brought the hook up to the head, and he hurt Harrison. Harrison didn't see the second left hook, and that was very smart on Charlo's part. So he set him up real nice with that double left hook. But Harrison, I was looking at the fight very closely, man. Tony could box.
Man, he boxed. Kurt, what fight was he ever losing?
That's true.
Outside of the first Jamel Charlo fight, I thought that Jamel edged it out, right? But again, a very close fight. Even the losses he had, he was outboxing his opponents, Kurt.
Yep.
He just have what we say, Kurt. Those mental lapses, like he's like a better version of Mir Khan with that.
And I hate fighting with mental lapses, man, because this is the wrong sport to have them. Like J-Rock. J-Rock's supposed to be better than what he's shown.
I would love to see J-Rock and Tony Harrison, Kurt.
Isn't he fighting next week, 2 weeks against Peralta?
Oh, J-Rock?
No, Tony Harrison.
Yeah, he's fighting Jaime Peralta?
I forgot. I think he's fighting who? No, he's fighting Peralta. What's his name? Forgot his first name. I think I'm not sure, but I know Harrison is fighting coming up. I know that much.
Yeah, Jaime Peralta. I said Jaime Peralta. Kurt, that's one of our family members in the chat.
Now, you meant Mogia, right?
Yeah, I meant.
Yeah, I know you did. I know.
Jaime Peralta. I said Jaime. That's one of the family members in the chat, Kurt. Brian. Yeah, I can put Jaime Peralta in the ring with Tony Harrison. Eli Zachary, Rampage Jackson, salute. Yeah, April 17th, he fighting him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, April 17th. Yeah, Curry, man. So, but what you think about this fight we got Saturday though? Frampton and Herring. I'm excited for this fight.
Yeah, I like Frampton now. My heart says Herring, but I have no confidence in Herring, man. I think Frampton's going to beat him. unless Heron could bring his A game and Frampton have a little bit of an off day. I just don't like Heron the way he went about his last fight. He's okay. I always thought he was missing something. There's levels to his, and Frampton's no world beater either. I just think he's going to beat Heron. I like Frampton. I was going to say court on the stool, Heron, but I'm going to say UD for Frampton.
And the size difference, man. I was looking at the size difference. I didn't realize it, Kurt. Man, he's so much bigger than Carl Frampton.
He is. If if he can use it the right way, the fight can be very interesting. I just don't have no faith in Heron. Maybe he could surprise me, but I don't see it, Blue. I think he's gonna lose.
They saying that Heron just reached Dubai too, so that's not good. Hampton is 5'5" with a 65-inch arm reach, right, Kurt? Jamel Herring is 5'10" with a 72-inch arm reach.
And watch you fight a dumb fight.
And Kurt, that's equivalent to the Caleb Smith Canelo.
Yeah, certain fighters have a low boxing IQ. They don't know how to use their advantages, like Robert Easter Jr. He's another one.
Yeah. There's no way Jamel Herring, he should be able to outbox. He should be able to outbox
Frampton.
Carl Frampton.
Yeah.
Maurice Hooker too. Extremely long arms.
But they don't know how to, use it to their advantage though. They fight small and they fight dumb. They can't gauge distance properly, and they shouldn't be losing to people like that. I knew he was going to lose to Ortiz. Yeah, that was a knockout waiting to happen, Hooker.
Yeah, man. This is Aki Kari. Salute, my brother. Troy Backish. Salute. Jay Dixon. Salute. Monk Mega. PLG Ski, my brother. Michael Page. What's good? Michael Brewer. Salute. Alan Johnson Jr., Wilbert Wilson, salute. Kelvin Faulkner, my brother, salute. Mr. Mackey, salute. God Body Sports and News, salute to you. Relax, calm down, and chill, salute. Troy Back, Jewel Robinson, salute to all my peoples. But Dr. Professor, salute. Let's get on out of here, Kurt, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. I'm trying to get rid of this cold. It's kicking my butt. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you, chat, for spending, your time with us, man. We love talking this boxing. We got fights this weekend. Great job, Blue, man. The show is popping, man. My name is Curtis Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, and we will see you tomorrow.
Stay Ready Boxing TV in the building. What's good with you, Stay? Go subscribe to my brother, Stay Ready Boxing TV, man. What's goody, man? Drop the link, man. Go subscribe to my brother, Stay Ready Boxing TV. Machiavelli Mafia, my brother, what's goody? What's goody with you, man? Boxing and barbecue, salute, salute. Stay, man, what's goody with you, man? I ain't seen you in a month of days, great brother. Salute to you, great brother. My brother, Stay Ready Boxing TV, man. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button, my peopleizations. Nick J, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Great night to you. Great night. LF, salute. But let's get on out of here. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.
KP from KC5, Stephen Hobbs, Stephen Fobbs, salute to all my peopleizations. Appreciate y'all. Anwar Willis, Marvin Rollins Jr., salute, salute. Wawa 930-2010, salute. Peace and blessings to you.